Good evening and welcome to the Melissa Cardinals Network. You are joining us from Terrell, Texas, as your Melissa Cardinals go on the road to take on the Terrell Tigers in a district matchup. You see the officials in the center of the field right now having a pregame chat with both of the head coaches, Matt Nally for your Melissa Cardinals and Marvin Sidbury for the home team, the Terrell Tigers. This is Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal joining you along with our friends from Game On Sports. Ross Graham is here, John Graham is here, and we are glad you are joining us on this Friday night for a district matchup. The 2-2 Melissa Cardinals taking on the 1-3 Terrell Tigers. That is their overall season record in the district. Melissa is 1-0, Terrell is 0-1, because last week Melissa defeated Crandall by a score of 50-22, and Terrell took a beating from Lovejoy 59-7 a week ago. And so that's how we get to tonight's spot between your Melissa Cardinals and the Terrell Tigers. You see the Cardinals are leaving the field, headed to the visitor locker room. They have finished their pregame warm-ups. Melissa is white over white over white tonight, jerseys, helmets, and pants. The home team Tigers are red jerseys and white pants. Coach Kenny Deal, big win a week ago over Crandall, 50-22. Welcome to Terrell, Texas. Your thoughts as we get rolling tonight.
Trey, great first win last weekend to start out district play, taking good momentum throughout this rest of this district schedule. What a tough sledding here for Terrell to open up against Lovejoy and then have us immediately next on the schedule. So hopefully the Cardinals can get off to a great start, quick start, and just really take control of this game and just make sure that Terrell never feels like they have a chance to win this ball game. What's been impressive the last 3 weeks is just the balance of this team between offense and defense. Defense has really stepped up the last couple of weeks and really done a fine job and just getting good quarterback play the last 2 weeks from number 6 for the Cardinals. And just I really feel like that Trevor Ham is just really kind of improving each week as he settles into this system. And just that goes for the coaching staff too, to understand his strengths and weaknesses on the field. And just I really feel like we're starting to gel on the offense. So look for a big showing tonight on the offensive side of the ball.
We welcome you into the booth. This is Trey Graham. That's Coach Kenny Deal. We're here with our friends from Game On Sports, and we are glad you are joining us here in Terrell, Texas, as the Cardinals have gone on the road. And Coach Deal, it is my first ever visit to Poetry, Texas tonight.
We did drive through Poetry, and I was kind of waiting for you to break out with a poem, but that never happened.
No,
tonight.
there's it's football. There's no Shakespeare time. This is football, and so it is just outside of Poetry, Texas. That's where Terrell is tonight, and we're glad you're joining us. We always love to hear from you by email. Send us a message. Let us know you're out there. mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr@melissaisd.org. We are glad you are joining us. The 15th year of the Melissa Cardinals Network and our first year with our friends from Game On Sports, bringing you these great photographs and video and all the technology. And Coach, we kind of ran down the technology department to provide every cable and switch and electronic gadget that the city of Terrell had tonight.
Yes, sir. They've done a fine job, and just Fred Gardner with Game On did a tremendous job getting this set up kind of in a makeshift. This is not how they normally operate, but they have the challenge from week to week and just take whatever the stadium will offer them and through facilities, and not every stadium is equal. So they
And Melissa's big time.
Not necessarily, not yet. So
well, our operations big time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we take
absolutely.
We take all kinds of technology on the road.
Yes, sir. So Melissa is big time now, and just so we're very thankful for the partnership that we have with Game On, and just again, as you know from our emails and texts that we received during the game, just a whole lot of family members across this great nation and then really all around the world that grandparents and aunts and uncles, and that's just very cool that our fans can hear this, including former students and athletes in the military across the world.
You are looking at the Terrell High School cheerleaders down on the field. This is our pregame show, and we mentioned last week in our district, Melissa defeated Crandall 50-22. Terrell lost to Lovejoy 59-7. Also in our district, Mesquite Poteet defeated Princeton 14-10, and Denison over Greenville 34-27. That was the first district game for all the teams, And so everybody's either 1-0 or 0-1 going into tonight. We had another game last Friday we were tracking from a distance, the Salina at Anna game. And the Purple People beat the Orange People last week. Anna victorious 28-25. And afterwards, when our game was over, we were able to read up on it a little more. Congratulations to the Purple People. They beat Salina for the first time since 1972.
Exactly 50 years, half a century. So a lot of people in that community has never experienced that.
Like 90% of the city of Anna.
Yes, sir.
Never seen a victory over Salina.
Yes. So that was a big win for them.
So Salina got really mad last week, losing to Anna, and they went out and whipped Carrollton Ranchview 56-0 last night. So there was going to be no margin for error.
Right.
No given quarter to the poor folks at Ranchview.
Right.
They've been struggling for a long time.
You know, with us and Argyle leaving the region, I think Salina probably really had high hopes.
Well, we also left 4A, by the way.
I know. Yes, sir. So they stayed.
Right.
So Salina did move up one class, for however they were able to move down.
They do math over there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I think they probably felt like they had an easy road, maybe to another state championship. I believe that would be number 8 for
They have 8 already. They're looking for number 9. Yep.
All right. So then.
But then the Purple People showed up.
Yeah, and so they may not even win district now.
I know.
So that's how it goes in football.
Also last night, Argyle defeated Frisco Memorial 51-13. So the Argyle Eagles, our first opponent of this football season, they remain undefeated. Big win in Frisco last night. Argyle is ranked number 1 in our section of the UIL world, 5A Division 2. Argyle is ranked number 1. Liberty Hill number 2. Fort Bend Marshall number 3. Texas High number 4. Wichita Falls Ryder number 5. And if you happen to care about 5A Division 1 football, Longview's number 1 and Mansfield Timberview is number 2. And our friends over in Aledo still ranked number 7 in the state of Texas, 5A Division 1, but Aledo's 2-2 right now.
Two losses first 2 weeks, I believe.
I think you might be right.
Playing up, I believe, against real good, tough competition.
Well, Aledo, I'm sure our good friend Joe Ryan Williams over there, former Melissa assistant, who's now an Aledo assistant, I'm sure they're facing the same struggle Melissa is, and that is a lot of times people don't want to play you.
True. Like, South Oak Cliff played Duncanville, and I forget the second team they lost to. Maybe Cedar Hill.
Could be.
And then they did played another tough team in that Parish Episcopal.
Yes.
That was ranked number 1 in TAPS.
Yes.
So they had a tough schedule as well. And as we've talked about here, same as Melissa, ended up playing number 1 in 5A and number 1 in 4A, and ranked teams, and started out 0-2 as well. And you just try to have that competition before district play starts.
The Cardinals lost to Argyle in the season opener and then fell to China Spring before victories over Royce City and last week Crandall. That gets your Cardinal season record to 2-2. And here we are tonight going into 5th game of the year. Coach, just in a blink of an eye, the regular season's half over.
It is. It's just it does go by fast.
We are glad you are joining us again. Let us know you're out there. The email address mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. It is a great night for football. It's good weather. The traffic in Poetry, Texas wasn't too bad. We got here really smoothly. And across the way on the visitor side, the Cardinal fans are filing in the black and red attire as normal. It's red and white for the home team, so there'll be lots of red all over the place. And there it is. There you see the Cardinal fans. You guys who are listening to us, you can wave whenever you hear yourself identified on the air. But there's a bunch of Cardinal fans who are making their way in. These are the ones who avoided the Poetry, Texas traffic. The rest of them are still stuck in rush hour over there. And the Cardinal fans will be filing in as we go along. The Cardinal band is down on the end zone to the left of the screen where you're watching right now. The folks, the cameramen will pan over that way, but the Cardinal band is getting squared away over there and they'll be performing as usual tonight. And it is a good night for football, and we are glad you were joining us. It's a time for us to put out a little apology, Coach.
Let's hear it.
The Cooper Rush bandwagon.
Okay.
It's growing. We had our doubts last week.
Yes, sir.
Maybe rightfully so, but we had our doubts. So Cooper Rush has won more games this year than Dak Prescott has.
He has.
All right.
They played twice.
Yes. So do we have a quarterback controversy at Jerry World?
I don't believe so. I believe the coach put an end to that today.
Okay.
I know his boss, the owner, and GM was trying to create that.
Yeah.
Jerry just wants any type of publicity he can possibly get, and
he's getting a better bang for the buck out of Cooper Rush, though.
That's true. Absolutely, absolutely.
But Jerry's not one to cut corners,
right.
I don't think.
Yes, sir.
So.
Definitely got a win. That was a good win for the Cowboys. That was definitely a loss that I had, on my predictions. I thought I had them starting 0-2, and so maybe they can take care of business Monday night in New York. But even saying that, Trey, that was really 2.5 offensive drives the entire game. But that's all they needed because of number 11.
Number 11.
Playing tremendously.
Yes, Micah Parsons, outstanding second-year player for the Cowboys. Probably the best defender in the league.
Yes, sir. No doubt.
And speed, power, tremendous player. So yeah, it was a good win for the Cowboys. Surprisingly so. We weren't very confident last Friday night, but Cooper Rush proved us wrong, as he guess we'll have the chance to do this Monday night as well.
Yes.
Of course, it's a big weekend in college football. We'll be talking about that. We'll get to some NFL news and notes. And we're glad you are joining us here on the Melissa Cardinals Network for high school football in the great state of Texas. We are going to give you the starting lineups in just a few minutes. Coach Matt Nally down on the field. Earlier, we had a chance to visit with him. Coach Nate Hemsley, the defensive coordinator. Jason Russell, the offensive coordinator as well. And it's going to be an interesting matchup tonight. I think it's fair to say the Cardinals are the favorites going into tonight's matchup. Last season, Melissa defeated Terrell 36-14, just a few weeks shy of 1 year ago. 36-14 was the score. All right, Coach, so here's your trivia from last season. Who rushed for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns?
I'm going to say Ashton Mitchell-Johnson.
Very good. Who rushed for 84 yards and 1 touchdown?
Let's say Nathan.
Nate Adejokin.
Yes.
Very good. 2 for 2 on your stats. Very good. Yes, Ashton Mitchell-Johnson, who's since graduated from Melissa High School, rushed for 138 yards, 2 touchdowns. Nate Adejokin, who's now the starting running back, had a great game himself, 84 yards and a touchdown a year ago when your Cardinals defeated Terrell 36-14. We do thank all of our great sponsors for bringing us this broadcast tonight. The Red Feather Restaurant in Melissa, George James Realty, the Dugout Sports Grill, where you are able to join us every Monday evening at 5:30 p.m. when we film the Cardinal Scoreboard Show before a live audience. And then make sure you subscribe to Melissa ISD on YouTube so you can download or watch every week's new episode. It drops every Monday night for the Cardinal Scoreboard Show, Melissa ISD on YouTube. We also thank Maria's Mexican Restaurant and George James Realty, Skylar Ammons Realty. Lots of great folks bringing you the broadcast. First Melissa Student Ministry led by Tyler Normand, another great sponsor of this broadcast. So we thank all of those folks. The Hidden Grove RV Park as well. So we thank all of those fine folks. Our friends, the Melissa Cardinal coaches, are settling in here next door to us. And as you see, they made sure they hit the chow line on the way in.
Chicken wings.
So there's a lot of coaches and a lot of chicken wings in the same booth next door to us. So we are glad you are joining us tonight. That email address again, mcnr@melissaisd.org. Coach Marvin Sedberry leads his team, the Terrell Tigers, into town tonight, or hosting us as we come to town, I guess. Coach Sedberry did not have to fight the poetry traffic on the way in. But we do want to give you the officials for tonight's ball game. Our referee is Keith Bibbs. Our umpire, David Thompson. The headline judge is Anthony Sampson. The line judge is Richard Crane. Back judge, Edward Johnson. Field judge, Daryl Mathis. The side judge, Adrian Grimes. So those will be our officials for tonight's ball game. Matt Nally's 2-2 ball club has gone back into the locker room tonight. You see the drill team and the flag corps for the Terrell Tigers on the field as we await kickoff. We'll give you the starting lineups in just a few moments. You are watching the Mighty Cardinal Band. They're entering the visitor stands. We'll zoom over there with the camera and show you the Mighty Cardinal Band finding their way into the... There he is, the shot, finding their way into the visitor press box along the way. Jerry Wharton and the Mighty Cardinal Band. And Coach, looks like they're wearing their dress uniforms
They are,
tonight.
I believe, for the first time. You know,
No more shorts and T-shirts.
It cooled down to 97 degrees today, so they felt like they could dress up in their dress attire.
And
I'm ready for football weather, Trey.
Are you?
We're not there yet.
Well, supposedly we're in fall right now.
I understand. Third day of fall, and second day of fall, it was 100 in
degrees.
Melissa, Texas.
Welcome to Texas. So the Cardinal Band, led by Jerry Wharton, are filing their way in. And we've told you for years, every one of these broadcasts, that the Melissa Cardinals Band brings a lot of stuff to a football game. But, Coach, I think the Game On Sports guys and all of our stuff and all of our crew, I think we're running neck and neck in the stuff category.
Maybe. It definitely takes a lot of stuff to make me sound good.
Yep.
So I
That's
do
John
appreciate
Graham
that.
right behind us, by the way, on the Melissa Cardinals Network. And we'll pan over to the right side on the end zone over here. We'll have to go through the obligatory inflatable tunnel contest. And, Coach, the Cardinals have had a rough go in this contest. We're just shorter than everybody else. And there's the big T over there on the sideline for the Terrell Tigers. We're just short. So who's the winner of the inflatable tunnel tonight?
It's got to be Terrell. It's got to be
There's
Terrell.
the Cardinals tunnel. It's beautiful. It's outstanding. But now we got to zoom over to the right a little bit to show you the Terrell Tigers tunnel. And it's like 2 stories taller than the Melissa M. There it is.
I think we got that tunnel, Trey, after we won state there in 2A Division 1.
So that was a 2A tunnel?
So that's what I'm saying. That is a 2A tunnel.
Okay. All right. Well, we're 5A now, Coach. So talk to the tunnel guys over there.
I need to do that.
They need to, modernize themselves.
Actually, that might have happened about 25 minutes ago. So the seed's been planted.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, your pregame talk. I was talking to the officials and
I was
you were talking to the tunnel guys?
Yes,
okay.
I was.
All right. Well, we all have our own responsibilities, as they say. All right. We are looking forward to bringing you tonight's broadcast. And there's John Graham right there. Say hi, John. It's Coach Kenny Deal, former Melissa Cardinals athletic director. My name is Trey Graham. It's a great honor to be with you here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. We've got our friends all over the place. Ross Graham is down over there. We got our people pushing buttons and running cameras and running cables and all these kind of things. We want to say hello to Dr. Debbie and Randy Craman, the smart folks for Melissa ISD, who work with Game On Sports to bring us all of this. And, Coach, it seems like I say it all the time, but 15 years ago we didn't have all this stuff.
No, sir, we did not. Whenever you got to just make sure your cell phone battery's fully charged.
Make sure the flip phone stayed charged.
You hold connection on top of the roof at Community.
Yes, and
in Nevada, Texas.
The joy of broadcasting from Salina's former stadium, where we had to run an electric extension cord down the back of the booth and out to the floor because there were no plugs in the booth.
Right, as we're sitting in.
And then some ninth grader needs to charge their iPhone, so they unplug our stuff so they can. Yeah,
true story.
Yeah, because that's how it works over there in Orangetown. Yeah. The email address mcnr@melissaisd.org. I get to invite you to worship with us at First Melissa Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. in person. Online worship service, 11:30 a.m. Go to firstmelissa.com to find out more. Of course, you join us on Friday evenings. You can join us on Sunday mornings at First Melissa. You can join us Monday nights at the Dugout Sports Grill. We film our show called the Cardinal Scoreboard Show every Monday at 5:30 p.m. And you can come out on Tuesday evenings if you want and watch 8th grade football. John Graham over there on 8th grade football if you're a fan of such things. Melissa Cardinals play football all week long, it seems like. JV games, freshman games on Thursday, varsity games on Friday. We got a couple of varsity games on Thursday of this year. The middle school games play on Tuesday evening, so there's always a chance to watch
Cardinal
something.
Stadium is busy.
So speaking of Cardinal Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, you'll recall we only have 2 regular season games remaining for varsity football at Cardinal Stadium. Coach, have you heard they're building a new one?
I heard that.
You've heard that?
I've heard that news. Yes, sir.
The Coach Kenny Deal Stadium?
That's what it's going to be called.
Kenneth M. Deal Memorial
Yes.
Stadium. Yes.
I just hope we get it built before that's titled. And that they've
Till it fits?
several people, Paul Anderson, Keith Murphy, they're saving space for that memorial.
Well, you just got to put that little carrot thing up there.
So I've
you
been
know.
told if I mess up a couple more times, the memorial could go into effect.
Yeah. Well, at least your name stays.
Yes,
if
that's
they
true.
add the word
That's
memorial,
true.
at least your
Yes,
name's still there.
It's still there.
Yeah. So the Kenneth M. Deal Memorial Stadium's going to be our home next season. So 2 more games at Cardinal Stadium. One of those home games is coming up on October the 14th. We have a special announcement when Denison comes to Melissa. Tyler Norman and the First Melissa Student Ministry will be hosting a 5th quarter event right after the game on October the 14th. So go to firstmelissa.com, look for the student ministry. You can find out information. But a 5th quarter event coming up October the 14th after the home game versus Denison. The Terrell Tigers have just entered through their award-winning, or tonight-winning at least, tunnel and the smoke machine. So they have entered the field. They are in their end zone now, and the Cardinals will be out. Now, do we get any bonus points, Coach, on the tunnel?
It's
do. Short, but we got the run-through banner.
I always do add extra points.
Yeah,
for the run-through
poster
sign, but
paper.
Unfortunately, it was not up before I made that decision.
Yes, true.
So
That's true.
I can't go. That wouldn't be fair to
No,
Terrell
you
to go
can't
back.
revisit the judgment. No, it's over. So we're going to get to show you the paper run-through tunnel circa 1983 and the 2A inflatable tunnel. We got it going on back to back. There's the shot right there. There's the Cardinals in their white over white carrying the American flag. They'll be coming out in just a moment. And again, our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org. Already having friends emailing in and telling us they are watching, and we'll get to those as we go through the night. Love to hear from you. And I'm sure we'll still talk about the Army Black Knights, Coach, because they had a big win last week against Villanova, but they're off tomorrow. No action at historic Mikey Stadium tomorrow, so don't have to check your local listings for that broadcast. There's a lot of other games in the area. Your boys are playing out in West Texas.
Yeah, I got to go to Tortilla Country.
Yeah, the Orange Bloods, UT at Texas Tech. And the battle for the skillet, TCU and SMU. Sonny Dykes is on the other side of the stadium.
He's already expecting he's going to get booed a few times.
He got booed before he left. So, yeah. And I don't know what the Cardinals are doing right now. Playing a little mind game, maybe. Coach Sedberry and the Terrell Tigers are standing at attention on the home sideline, and only now do the Cardinals run through the tunnel and the banner carrying the American flag, the Texas flag, and the Fred Lewis Memorial flag.
It's time to go to work, boys.
So now your Cardinals are on the field, and there's the Mighty Cardinal Band right behind them. You can hear that playing the school fight song as the team enters the field. Cardinal Band looking sharp, sounding sharp as the captains for both teams make their way out on the field. You have Dalton Whitwer out there. You have Jason Cave. You have Nate Adejokin out there. and Carson Maynard for your Cardinals. For the Terrell Tigers, Terry Davis, Travion Roberts, Chase Bingman, and Preston Kilgore are having a chat at the midfield stripe with our officials. Referee Keith Bibbs in the white hat. He'll be the man making all the final declarations of the penalty flags tonight. And the captains are out there for the opening coin toss. And the Terrell Tigers remain standing at attention here on the home sideline. Been there for a while.
Well disciplined there.
They are.
Several of them holding the pose.
We're going to have a national anthem in a moment after referee Mr. Bibbs finishes chatting with the captains. That email address again, mcnr@melissaisd.org, mcnr@melissaisd.org.
The helmet is heads. The state of Texas is tails. What's your call? Heads is the call. It is heads. So you want to toss. What do you choose to do? First to the second half. Melissa is one and deferred. So you all want the ball in the first half. Which way will you all be kicking? That way. All right, you put your backs over here. Terrell, you come over here. All right, right there. Terrell will be receiving on this end. All right, shake hands again. We'll be ready to go.
All right, you see that Terrell will receive the opening kickoff. Mr. Bibbs giving the final instructions to the players, and they're headed back to their respective sidelines, and it will be time for the national anthem here in the stadium. And we're going to have a moment of silence and then the national anthem here in the stadium. We'll let you enjoy that, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Thank you. Now, fans, please remain standing and direct your attention to the north end of the field as we honor America and our former military service members and those currently serving at home and abroad. Please join in singing as the Terrell Tiger Band plays the national anthem.
Welcome back to Terrell, Texas. This is Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal, joining you on the Melissa Cardinals Network as your Melissa Cardinals will be kicking off the football here in this first quarter. Put 12 minutes on the clock, no score on the scoreboard. We are so glad you are joining us here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. And, Coach, we usually say the north and south end zones, but it appears that this is an east-west running stadium.
Yes, sir.
So the Terrell Tigers will be receiving the football on the east end of the stadium. The Cardinals kickoff team will be coming out in just a moment. So we'll get you the starting defense here in a moment. Big number 90, the kicker for the Cardinals, Aiden Pintor, will put the ball on the tee. Remember, 1 year ago, Melissa defeated Terrell by a score of 36-14. This is the second district game for both teams. Cardinals are 1-0 in the district. Terrell is 0-1, and this second district game of the year is underway, and we are glad you are joining us tonight. A great night for high school football on the Melissa Cardinals Network. Pintor puts the ball on the 40-yard line, and the Tigers are back deep, and let's play some football. A short kick, and it's going to be caught by the Cardinals, but out of bounds. That was Carson Maynard on the attempt at an onside kick. The officials say that he touched that ball out of bounds, meaning the kick went out of bounds, meaning a penalty flag.
It's close. Just couldn't get his foot down inside the field of play. Clean catch. Just a little too deep out of bounds. It's going to give up great field position for the Tigers.
Mr. Bibbs, the referee.
There were 2 fouls on the play, both by the kicking team. Offside kicking team, that is declined. Illegal kick, illegal free kick, out of bounds on the kicking team. 5 yards will be added to the out of bounds spot. First down, Terrell.
Lots of Cardinal fans making their way into the far side, and the Terrell Tigers will set up in great field position at the plus 47-yard line. Wing T formation, you'll see that all night tonight. Toss sweep going right, and somebody loses their hat, and the Tigers pick up about 4 yards on the play. Lyndon Henderson running the quarterback spot. For your Cardinals starting D up front in the 3-4 alignment, Nigel Smith, Connor Vidmar, Lance Riley. Linebackers Caleb Otluski, Jason Cave, Dalton Whitwer, and Clark Packard, Josh Nicholas, Jacob Fields, and Jake Patusek are the DBs. That is a huddle, ladies and gentlemen. Terrell runs a huddle. Cardinals do not do so.
Play clock's down to 1. I believe they might have got a timeout called. They did.
It's Monte Kennedy running that quarterback on that play, and they do call a timeout.
Timeout.
They didn't break that huddle tray until 4 seconds left on the play
half.
clock. Just not enough time to get upset, to get it to the line and set to get the snap off.
So, before they run their second play of the game, the Terrell Tigers will call timeout. And they're going to run a lot of what you call wing tee and slot tee. If you happen to watch the Cardinal scoreboard show this weekend, why wouldn't you? You would have heard Coach Nally talking about that old school type of offense for the Terrell Tigers. Here comes the 2nd down and 6 play. Shotgun or pistol formation, running to the right, going nowhere, losing yardage. That's Terry Davis on the carry.
Lance Riley with a big stop for a loss. Going to be a loss of a yard.
Landon Brandow is also in a linebacker spot right now. 3rd down, we'll call it 9 for the Terrell offense. Again, that's a huddle. Cardinal fans don't see that very often. Lyndon Henderson running this quarterback play as Coach Sedberry goes through a number of players at that spot. Shotgun, fake the handoff, rolling to his left, and throwing a short attempted screen pass, incomplete, 4th and 9. And Coach Sedberry has a decision to make, 4th and long on the plus side of the 50.
It's going to punt. You don't want this early in the ball game. You definitely want to try to flip that field position.
So Cardinals give up great field position on the kickoff, but they get the 3 and out and force Colton Brunke in to kick away, senior kicker and punter for the Terrell Tigers.
Jacob Fields back for the Cardinals.
And they're going to kick it away from him. And it's going to bounce out of bounds inside the 5. Good job by the Terrell punt game. And so the Cardinals offense will come out on the field. Jason Russell is the offensive coordinator. Trevor Ham has thrown for 973 yards on a 60% passing rate, 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions coming into this ball game. And the Cardinals are going to go 5 wide receivers on this play, 1st and 10 from their own 5. Man in motion is Javon Smith, who sets up next to Trevor Ham. Snap is back quickly out to the right side on the screen, and it's going to get a block downfield, showing some great speed and staying in bounds at the 50, at the 40, at the 30, at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown Cardinals, 95 yards. Looks like no flags.
Lincoln Dunn,
the speedster, takes it to the house. One play, 95 yards.
We've been saying, Trey, that he's just been a step away or just one small little block to taking one to the house like that. And to talk about helping your quarterback stats there.
Yeah, when you throw the football 1 yard and you get a 95-yard completion out of it.
Yes, sir.
After the swinging gate play, Pintor will come in to kick. Carson Maynard on the hold. And one play, 95 yards and 6 points. Here comes the kick for Mr. Pintor. The kick is up, and it is good. Your Cardinals, one play, 7 points. Touchdown Cardinals.
How deflating that is for the Tigers. You get a great punt. It goes out of bounds.
On the try, number 10, offsides defense. Penalty is declined. Result of the kick is extra point.
Tigers were offsides on that play. And just to give up that one play touchdown, that's very deflating for you, your defense.
We'll get to some of the emails that are coming in. Chelsea Deal checks in. Watching in McKinney, Texas, says go Cardinals.
Good evening, Chelsea.
Leslie Reddick and Farrell and Michael Farrell are joining us from Victoria, Texas, says the Cardinal band sounds good. And go Cardinals, and always go Black Knights. She knows it's a bye week, though, so she understands. Aiden Pintor will kick off for the second time tonight. He just made that PAT, so he'll tee it up at his 40-yard line. Cardinals, a minute and 50 seconds into the game, already leading 7-0. Now, last kickoff, they tipped it a high onside. This one is kicked deep, and it will go out of bounds again, this time by like 4 inches. Went on the left side of the pylon instead of the right side of the pylon. So Terrell will get good field position again, starting their second drive of the night. It was 3 and out on their first drive.
Illegal kick out of bounds on the kicking team. Ball will be placed at the 30-yard line.
Well, at least Terrell's starting on the minus side of the 50 this time. 1st and 10 at their own 30. Henderson playing quarterback in the wing T formation. And a motion man, fake the toss sweep, run the counter play, and going nowhere on that tackle. That's Brandow.
Yeah, Lance, good play by Lance. Coming off a block. It's going to be about a 4-yard loss.
Tigers break the huddle. 2nd down, 14 coming up. Shotgun formation. They throw it on the ground. It was supposed to be a little swing route, but threw a ground ball. Incomplete pass. 3rd and 14. The email address to let us know you're out there, mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr@melissaisd.org.
Cardinals' first possession on defense, forced a 3 and out, in excellent shape here to do the same thing. As it's 3rd and 14. Look for a big pass rush here.
Third down, 14, and they're going to run it straight over the center. and pick up 5 yards. It's going to be punt time again for Coach Sedberry and the Tigers.
Dalton Whitmer on the stop.
So Brunke will come in for the second punt. 2 drives, 2 punts. Cardinals had a 1-play touchdown drive. And Jacob Fields is back deep for the Cardinals as we hit the 3-minute mark in the first quarter. 2-2 Cardinals on the road at the 1-3 Tigers. Another kick, and this one Fields can take at his own 30-yard line. Makes the first man miss, makes the second man miss, makes the third man miss, and is drug out of bounds in Terrell territory at the 46-yard line. That's 24 on the punt return, and I think they're going to get some more.
Yes, sir. Should be adding 15 to this.
Excellent punt return by Jacob Fields. He has a punt return touchdown this year already.
Yeah, 2 excellent stop-and-go moves for Jacob.
Mr. Bibbs, our referee.
During the tackle, personal foul, grabbing the helmet on the defense, number 16, 15 yards from the end of the return, first down.
So the Cardinals get great field position. Now the bad news, Coach, they can't go 95 on this play. 1st and 10 at the Terrell 31. 2 receivers left, wing left, split right. Nate Adejokin in the backfield. He's rushed for 443 yards and 2 touchdowns on the season, averaging almost 6 yards a carry. 1st and 10, Melissa on the second drive of the night. Lincoln Dunn, who has the touchdown, in motion. And they're going to fake it to him. They got a receiver running down the right sideline. It's going to be an incomplete pass intended for Carson Maynard. And he runs over Robert Rich when he goes out of bounds.
Dr. Rich getting some airtime.
Robert Rich gave him a stiff arm, if you didn't see that. I don't think we have a replay available. Here, quickly to the line of scrimmage here, 2nd down and 10. And Trevor Ham's going to hand the ball. And Nate Adejokin is going to carry it for 3 yards on the play. We mentioned that Nate ran for 84 yards and a touchdown a year ago against Terrell. Here comes 3rd down. About 7.5 needed. 2 receivers right. That's Cusano and Javon Smith. And we're going to throw it out to the left side, caught by Lincoln Dunn. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 23-yard line, short of the sticks. Field goal from here would be about 40 yards, or Matt Nally might choose to go for it on 4th and 3, and the base offense so far stays out there. Jackson Ford checks in. 4th and 3, Cardinals are going for it, up by 7 points. And they're going to give it to Adejokin, straight ahead, tough run, and he's going to get the forward progress for a Cardinal first down.
Good push by the line. Good job by Nate, powering forward.
Chain gang is moving up. Spotted at the 21-yard line. He got exactly to the line to gain. Jackson Ford tight left, first down. And Ham's going to give it on the delay handoff to Adejokin. Breaks a tackle inside the 10, down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal Cardinals.
Nathan showing good balance on that run.
Clock rolling. And give it to him one more time. And he'll pick up about a half yard. It'll be 2nd and goal for your Cardinals.
Good job that time by the Terrell defense.
2 receivers right on 2nd and goal. Give it to fake it to Adejokin. Throw it to Gunnar Wilson. Incomplete pass. A sidearm throw from Ham. Brings up 3rd and goal, but Mr. Bibbs is going to tell us it's a holding call against the Cardinals. And Coach Sedberry just can decide to move him back.
Yes,
Holding, number 77 of the offense, 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
So marching back 10 yards, and on that holding call, it'll be 2nd and goal from the 15-yard line. Trips right to the wide side, tight end Wilson to the left, Trevor Ham in the shotgun. 2nd and goal. He looks to his right, throws it into the seam, has an open receiver, and there is
Maynard.
Carson Maynard, our offensive player of the week from last game, goes up and gets a touchdown here in this game. So Trevor Ham has 2 touchdown passes in 6 minutes of action. And here is the obligatory swinging gate play.
That's 5 TD receptions for Maynard the last 3 games.
Here comes Pintor on for his 2nd PAT of the night. Maynard, who just caught the touchdown, this a low snap, but he's the holder, puts it up, and good. Cardinals lead 14-0. Haven't yet played half a quarter.
Just had that one-play drive, and that last drive was really aided by the punt return of Jacob Fields, and then the 15-yard penalty added on. Started to own the Tigers side of the field. So that was like a 32-yard drive that results in 7 points. Not the start the Tigers wanted, but definitely the start the Melissa Cardinals needed tonight. Tigers coming off a rough week last week against Lovejoy. And now they're looking up at the scoreboard, and it's not starting well for them this week.
Lovejoy leads Denison 14-0 late first quarter in our district. Greenville and Princeton 6-3 Lions first quarter. Pintor's been busy already. Here's his 3rd kickoff of the first quarter. Cardinals leading by 2 touchdowns.
See if Aiden can't keep this one in play.
Yeah, that's the only negative so far. This one's going to be the pooch kick variety, fair caught by the Tigers at their own 26-yard line. And so we'll get to a few emails here. mcnr@melissaisd.org. We officially have confirmation, Coach, the mystery of all mysteries.
Oh, what is this? What mystery?
Chris Tyner is?
Oh, I guess, is he back on his couch?
With the ice cream.
Okay.
Yes. And he wants us to know that Mrs. Tyner is with him as well.
I hope Amy and...
With or without ice cream is not confirmed.
Yes, Amy and Chris, y'all have a great evening.
1st and 10, Tigers, their own 26. Rolling to his left and losing a lot of yardage. Gets out of the Otluski tackle, and he's going to lose more yardage. Throws it late. He got out of Otluski's grasp. Then he got to deal with Jackson Ford and ran for his life. Threw it away. Incomplete pass.
Just great athletic play there by number 4, Henderson, for the Tigers. Caleb had him really, really wrapped up good. Got out of that, and as you said, the other defensive end and Ford had a grasp on him as well.
So after all that, 2nd down 10, shotgun formation for Henderson, and he's going to throw a slant route, incomplete pass. Threw it behind his intended receiver, Ambers, so it's going to be 3rd and 10. Coach Barry Russell Sr. checks in from Midland, Texas. He says, go Slippery Rock. Do you think he meant go Black Knights?
I think he meant Slippery Rock,
Did he?
Trey.
I mean, he wrote it. I didn't know if that was a typo.
I don't know that that's autocorrect or not.
Yeah, I don't know. All right. 3rd and 10, Terrell. Henderson straight drop, throws a crossing route. It's going to be a completed pass, but short of the sticks. That's Travion Roberts on the catch and Jacob Fields on the tackle. And Terrell has to make a decision on 4th and 1. They've punted their first 2 drives. Looks like they're going to bring the big fellas in here and go for it down 2 touchdowns. But first, we shall have a timeout.
Melissa, first timeout of the first half.
Coach Matt Nally decides to use his first of the evening. So with 6 minutes to go, halfway through this first quarter, Melissa leads 14-0. They're going to have a fourth down defensive opportunity here in a moment.
Jacob did a good job on that last tackle, driving through the receiver, not allowing him to pick up the first down. He got a good spot. Tigers going to go power.
Power I. 4th and 1. Terrell needs a half a yard. Under center. 2 men in motion. Now it's power I left. And they're going to hand it to the trail back, and he's going to dive forward. He needed 2 feet. He got 3 feet. First down, Tigers.
First down of the night.
Coach Sedberry didn't want to punt 3 possessions in the first quarter. So the Tigers will set up at their own 36-yard line. Again, the pace of offense is quite different. Swinging out to the left side. It's going to be caught for a swing pass. And a gain of about 6 yards for the Tigers.
Josh Nicholas on the coverage and the stop.
We'll give him 5 on the catch.
Flags down.
And here's Mr. Bibbs talking again. Stops the clock on the penalty flag.
Roughing the passer on the defense. A blow to the helmet of the quarterback. 15 yards added to the end of the play. Automatic first down.
So, big walk-off for the Cardinals D, and Terrell will have good field position. This is about where they started the game before they had to go 3 and out. Now they'll have it 1st and 10 at the Cardinal 43-yard line. 5.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Cardinals lead by 14. And we've got a loose ball and a quarterback on the ground, and a quarterback helped up by Caleb Otluski, our defensive player of the game from last week. And Mr. Bibbs.
Snap, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So back him up 5 yards on the flag. 1st and 15 for the Tigers. Now the chain gang needs to get situated over there. The down marker doesn't want to join in. It is 1st and 15. 2 receivers left, 1 right in the shotgun. Blitz coming, and there he is. And the ball's loose, but it was late, and flags coming in everywhere. Otluski on the blitz and the tackle, and Mr. Roberts lost his hat. Not his head, just his hat.
He had a great job on that blitz.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down. Number 24 can stay in the game.
Personal foul penalty called against the Cardinals D gives the Tigers good field position. We mentioned on the Cardinal scoreboard show this past Monday, one of the only negatives in the win over Crandall last week. Cardinals had 9 penalties for 80 yards. Coach Nally said, of course, working to clean that up, but lots of yellow hankies so far in this game.
Yes, sir. A lot of flags have gone on on the ground for both teams here tonight.
After the penalty, 1st and 10 Tigers, and they're going to take the shotgun snap, hand the ball going right. They'll pick up about 2 on the play. Second down, 8, 4.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. It is quite a difference of pace when Terrell's on offense.
Yes, sir. Jason Cave on that last tackle for the Cardinals, number 33, senior linebacker.
Shuttle in the plays, call them in the huddle, break the huddle, come to the line of scrimmage. It's quite different from the fast pace of the Cardinals. 2nd and 8, and Henderson rolls to his left, throws it into the flats. It's caught for a short gain. Packard was there for the defense, and that was Darian Holmes on the reception. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Again, good open field tackle there, time by Clark. Not to give up the first down. To force this 3rd and 2.
Ball on the Cardinal 25. Field goal would be 42 from here. Coach Sedberry signaling in the plays. Well, actually messengering in the plays.
Old school.
Old school. Tell a receiver to run in and tell the quarterback what it is. Here comes 3rd down and 2. 2 receivers left, wing left, and we have a stoppage in play. It's going to be a timeout called by the Terrell Tigers.
Timeout, Terrell. 2nd timeout of the first half.
So, with just over 3 minutes remaining, Cardinals leading 14-0. There's a lot of games going on tomorrow around the world of college football. Of course, we mentioned, Coach, your Texas Longhorns over there in Lubbock tomorrow to take on the Red Raiders. Georgia hosts Kent State tomorrow.
What's the spread on that game, Trey?
45 points.
45.
In favor of Georgia, if you weren't sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Michigan host Maryland, Clemson, and Wake Forest in an ACC matchup. Baylor Bears at the undefeated Iowa State Cyclones. 2-1 Bears, 3-0 Iowa State. We mentioned the Battle of the Skillet, TCU at SMU tomorrow. There's also an interesting football game I'll mention in just a second. 3rd down and 2. Henderson's going to hand the ball off, and they're going to lose yardage.
Welcome, Nigel
Hello,
Smith.
Nigel Smith, big number 2. So Duke and Kansas are playing in football tomorrow, Coach, not basketball. Football. 2 of the best basketball programs in the country. Not so much football.
Kansas, they're off to a good start this season.
Both of those teams want to shut me up because they're both 3-0.
Right.
Yeah. All right, 4th down and 6 after the loss of play. Coach Sedberry again shuttles in the play call with his receivers. So they're coming to the line of scrimmage, going for it on 4th and 6. Field goal would be 47 yards from here. They're going to snap the ball, but they were not set long enough, so here comes another flag.
Pace of this game's really been interrupted by all the penalties this first quarter. And they were kind of slow getting it called.
5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Delay a game, back him up 5 yards, see if that changes the Terrell decision. UCLA is 3-0 at the Colorado Buffaloes tomorrow, 0-3. And, of course, former Melissa Cardinal Brendan Lewis, I think it's most accurate to say, is in the rotation of quarterbacks.
I believe that is
for
accurate.
The Buffaloes. Not the quarterback, but they played 3 as I know of last week. And Brendan was one of them, of course. After the penalty, it is 4th down 11, and the base offense for Terrell stays out on the field. And Henderson's going to take the snap, has pressure, rolls to his right, and throws it late and throws it out of bounds. Throws it into the Terrell band, and it's a stop on the 4th down play, and the Cardinals D leaves, and the Cardinals O comes back out.
Yeah, Nigel had great pressure on the quarterback, forced him to get rid of that ball. Running for his life.
North Texas at Memphis. The Memphis Tigers, their starting quarterback, won a state championship for Denton Ryan 2 years ago. Now he plays against North Texas tomorrow in Memphis. 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go. 1st and 10 Cardinals. Trevor Ham in the shotgun has 2 touchdown passes. He's going to throw it deep down the right sideline, and he's got a ball tipped away. Good coverage there for the Tigers by Hambrick, intended for Maynard.
Carson was the only receiver in a route.
The fast pace of the Cardinals offense is shown right here. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Throw it out to the left side, intended for Javon Smith, but Trevor led him too much. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. Suey Pigs and the Aggies tomorrow, Coach.
Back at Jerry World.
Yep. Arkansas and the Ags tomorrow evening. Here comes 3rd down and 10. Go ahead.
I'll come back to that.
All right. 2 receivers left and a wingback left. Ham changes the play. Here's 3rd down and 10. Fakes the handoff to Adejokin. He has a dig route to Casano, and it's going to be a diving grab and a good catch.
Good job by Jacob. Good concentration getting down low. Good pass by Trevor.
Quickly to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 Cardinals at the 41 of the Tigers. Stack formation to the left. They're going to give it to Adejokin running the ball right. Now he comes back to the left and dives forward now. And after all that, he'll pick up 2 yards on the play.
Kept fighting, though. He did keep fighting. Pick up that 1 extra yard. I was just going to say, Trey, I just don't I know Arkansas is all Jerry.
Sure.
But I just think it's a disadvantage coming to play in Jerry World for
losing
Arkansas.
a home game.
Yes.
Yeah. Fake the handoff. Javon Smith has it wide open, makes a man miss, makes another man miss, and he'll take it down to the 28-yard line. Yeah, when you lose a home game, especially in big-time college football, you lose lots of money, parking and T-shirts and popcorn and all that, so you know Jerry has to be making that up for the school. 1st and 10 at the 27. High snap. Trevor throws it. Javon Smith again and splits the defender, takes it down to the 19-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Good job by Javon holding on to the ball. Took a big pop there. Good pop in the chops there.
And quickly give it to Adejokin. He's going to have a 1st down to the 14-yard line as we're in the last half minute of the quarter.
Cardinals going good with pace.
1st and 10 from the 14. Trips right. And Ham changes the play here. You got Dunn, Javon Smith, and Cusano split right. Fake it to Nate. Throw a back shoulder fade for Gunnar Wilson, who was split left. Incomplete pass. Just to finish up the college schedule, Vanderbilt at Alabama. The Roll Tide are favored, in case you were curious. New Mexico at LSU. It's been a rough start down there for Mr. Kelly, but he is favored against the mighty New Mexico Lobos. 2nd and 10, trips right. Ham has pressure, steps up, throws it late in the middle of the field. It's going to be caught. Touchdown. Cardinals touchdown. Cusano.
Jacob Cusano. Good job by Trevor, staying alive in the pocket. Moving, chose not to run the ball. Kept his eyes up and found Jacob in the end zone.
3 touchdown passes for Trevor Ham in the first quarter with no time on the clock. Cardinals lead 20-0. Here comes big number 90, the kicker, Pintor. Snap is a good one. The kick is up, and it is good. So we finish 1 quarter of play here in Terrell, Texas. This is Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal. You're watching the Melissa Cardinals Network. And after 1 quarter of play, Cardinals 21, Terrell Tigers 0. We'll take a break on the Melissa Cardinals Network. Welcome back to the Melissa Cardinals Network. You are joining us here from Terrell, Texas, as your Melissa Cardinals lead 21-0 after 1 quarter of play. This is Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal. We are glad you are joining us. And Pintor, the kicker's been busy tonight, just made the PAT. Now he'll be kicking off toward the westerly direction, and it'll be fair caught by the Tigers at their 29-yard line.
Trey, real fast, the George James Realty Cardinals of the Week. Faith Fortenberry for the Lady Volleyball Cardinals. And number 6 for your Melissa Cardinals football team, Trevor Ham. So congratulations to those two. And thank you to George James Realty for sponsoring our Players of the Week. Guess what?
Yes.
There's a flag on the field.
Really? Has that happened before?
This is the 14th flag of the night.
Illegal formation on the kicking team. Only 3 people were lined up on one side of the kicker at the time of the kick. 5 yards will be added to the end of the run. First down.
That is the new rule as of a few years ago. You got to have at least 4 on each side of the football. That's the reaction to the old days, Coach, where you'd put 10 guys on one side of the football for your onside kicks. Can't do that.
All for safety.
1st and 10 from the 33, shotgun. And Henderson's going to throw it into the right flats. It's going to be dropped. Intended for Harris, incomplete pass. All right, let's get back to some of our emails. mcnr@melissaisd.org. Coach Barry Russell does check in and say he did mistype it. It does say Black Knights.
Sure.
Right there, Coach. You doubt me? Look what it says.
Yeah, it does. It says and Black Knights.
See?
Coach Russell.
He's a fine American. He roots for America's team. Here comes 2nd down and 10. Hand the ball off, going nowhere.
Jackson Ford.
Jackson Ford on that tackle. That was Bingman meeting Mr. Ford in the backfield, -2 yards.
Saw Jackson yesterday, Trey, in Jersey Mike's. He's a big fella.
He's a big fella, yeah. He and Gooseby and Otluski. So just so you know, last Monday at the Cardinal Scoreboard Show, Otluski, as you picked, was the player of the game.
Yes.
So standing next to one another were Trey Graham, Matt Nally, and Caleb Otluski. You might guess one of them was taller than the others.
That's not a hard guess.
3rd and 12, rolling right. Henderson makes one Cardinal miss, falls forward, loses yards. Going to be 4th and long for the Terrell Tigers.
It's going to be Jacob Fields' time.
Punter for the Tigers. Brunke comes out again. His 3rd punt of the night. Just underway here in the second quarter. Cardinals leading 21 to nothing. And Jacob Fields is back deep. Letting the play clock go down to 3 seconds, and the punt is blocked.
That's Caleb Otlewski.
And the ball is going to go inside the 10-yard line. Tigers are going to pick it up and go nowhere. Stepping out of bounds near the 10-yard line. It's going to be first down. Cardinals already in scoring territory.
Just a good drive there and through the block for Caleb. Just talking about his height and the wingspan, and just got a hand out on the ball.
So you were confident which one was taller in that?
I was.
That lineup?
I was, and that just
we just
proved
it
was just on film.
Okay.
The film, as they say, the film don't lie.
Yeah. Well, every Monday night, 5:30 p.m. at the dugout, the film doesn't lie either. So, spot the ball at the 9.5-yard line. First and goal for your Cardinals. Already up by 3 touchdowns, and you take over. This one's not going 95 yards either, Coach, just so you know. Trips and then another split receiver. 5 receivers on the play, no backs. Trevor Ham in the shotgun has a motion man. Now Adejokin stands next to him. And Trevor will roll to his right and throw it up for grabs. Incomplete pass. Intended for Dunn.
Good concentration by Dunn. Come down with the ball. Had his feet on the white line instead of the red end zone.
Second down and 10. Dr. Debbie checks in. Says she's watching with her feet up. There is a fake, and give it to Adejokin. He'll push it to the 4-yard line. Should I ever tell everybody what her real name is, or just keep calling her Dr. Debbie?
That's up to you.
Okay. Well, it's up to Deborah Crawford, I suppose.
Deborah, okay.
Yeah, but
well, just whatever Deborah wants to decide.
But Dr. Debbie's how she's known here. Third and goal from the 4. Ham throws a slant route, and it's a diving attempt. And did Maynard make the catch? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Carson, great hands.
Went down to get that one. And Trevor Ham has his 4th touchdown pass in just over a quarter of play. Maynard just made a catch. Now he's going to be the holder after we run the swinging gate play here. And they are going to run it. And Jackson Ford, the specialist on the 2-point play, goes in for 2. And it is now 29-0.
So, Trey, you can no longer say the obligatory setup.
Obligatory swinging play, but
because
they ran it this time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did that opening week against Argyle as well.
So Dr. Debbie and all of her other names and titles, she's watching tonight.
She deserves to have her feet up on a Friday night. Enjoy, Debbie.
Let's see. We got the Gump family checking in. Dalton's grandparents, Aunt Christy, cousins Lindsay, Tyler, Whitney, Courtney, and they're cheering on the Cardinals from Auburn, Alabama tonight. The Gumps, they get around, don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
I'm envious.
You and I drive through Poetry, Texas to go to Terrell, Texas, but they get around.
Yeah, they do.
All right. But always plan the travel schedule around the Melissa Cardinals Network.
That's awesome.
29-0, your Cardinals leading. Pintor puts it on his 40. Another short kick and another fair catch. It's like we've done this before. At the 25-yard line. Juggle that one a bit. Comes down with it. Tigers will take over down by 29 points. Trevor Ham, 8 for 13 passing, 179 yards and 4 touchdowns. Remember, his first touchdown, he threw the ball in the air forward like 2 feet. But it credited to him as a 95-yard touchdown pass because Lincoln Dunn's really fast.
And it showed great balance on the sideline as they tried to push him out of bounds. He stayed in bounds and took it to the house.
On first down, rolling left, the Tigers do. They throw it in the left flats and breaking one tackle, breaking a second tackle, and a tough catch and run there for the Tigers. That is Malachi Livingston, and he'll have a first down for Terrell.
Livingston, he did a good job of avoiding Packard's tackle, able to advance it for the first down.
Tigers will run this play from their own 38-yard line. 9.5 minutes to go until halftime. This is Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal. Our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. Snap is back on first down. Under pressure. It's going to go down for a loss. Henderson taken down by the Cardinals' pressure. Spotted back at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 13 coming up. We'll continue to read those emails as we have time. mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr@melissaisd.org. Here comes the 2nd down, 13 play. Wing right, split left. Henderson takes the shotgun snap, rolls to his left, throws it, and it's another ground ball. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, Otlewski get up forcing that bad pass. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13 here for the Tigers. Really struggling on the offensive side of the ball. Cardinals defense doing a great job here.
Nate Adajokins, 7 carries for 35 yards. Maynard, Smith, Dunn, and Cusano all have 2 catches each. Rolling left and running into the Cardinals pass rush again is Henderson. And Nigel Smith says hello and tackles him back at the 28-yard line. 4th and 20. Here comes the punt game for the Tigers.
Yeah, just as Henderson was getting his foot plant on his 3-step drop, there was Nigel there to meet him. No time for Henderson at all.
4th and long, and the Cardinals send out their punt return team. Jacob Fields stands at his own 36-yard line. It's a snap back, and Brunke's punt is a good one and will go out of bounds. And Cardinals will have field position at their own 31-yard line.
It's always smart to keep the ball away from Jacob Fields. Speedster number 8.
Mr. Tyner has an objection, Coach.
What is that?
He says the real Baylor plays Hardin Simmons tomorrow.
Okay.
Now, my wife is a graduate of Baylor University, the Baylor Bears.
I understand.
But apparently he's talking about a different Baylor.
I'm assuming he must be, Trey.
Yes.
I guess maybe that's where he went to school
The
at.
Mary Hardin Baylor team, he says, is in action tomorrow.
Here, cool formation here for
First
the
down,
Cardinals.
4 receivers to the left side. Throw it out there to one of the speedsters. That's Javon Smith, who's gone all the way back around, turns the corner, gets a downfield block from Cusano, and he runs 73 yards, and he picks up 7.
But he had fun doing it.
It was fun. It looked cool. And now they're set up. 2 receivers left. Cusano split right, 2nd down and 3. High snap. Hand the ball off to Adajokins. Breaks 1 tackle, and he'll get a first down at the Cardinal 45-yard line.
I'm really enjoying this season, the creativity on offense. Cardinals are showing new formations every game.
First down quickly to the line. High snap, and Ham has to pick it up, and he throws it away. Incomplete pass. Kirk Jack checks in from Norman, Oklahoma. I thought you said all his money goes to Fayetteville, Arkansas.
That's.
Is that what you said?
I did say that.
Yeah, but he's in Norman, Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
All right. 2 receivers left, 1 right, and they're going to throw a flag on the play. Parker Jack, former Melissa Cardinal player, a student at University of Arkansas. But Mr. Jack is a Boomer Sooner, so it's like an annual pilgrimage, maybe? Okay.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
-5 against the Cardinals offense makes it 2nd and 15 from their own 40-yard line. 2 receivers left. And Ham, another high snap, pulls this one down, gives it to Nate Adejokin, and he'll gain 5 on that carry. Brings up 3rd down 10. Lots more emails coming in. We'll get to them as we can. 3rd and 10 quickly. And the snap is back. Ham has it and breaks one tackle, steps up in the pocket, breaks another tackle, rolls to his left, throws a 7 route to Javon Smith, and he throws a dart.
Amazing.
Breaks a tackle, touchdown Cardinals. A great play by Trevor Ham.
So just being very elusive there coming out of that tackle, and then to keep his head up and to hit Javon in stride. And then Smith breaks a tackle and takes it into the end zone. Very exciting play.
Way to go. Trevor Ham and Javon Smith on the receiving end. Cardinals lead 35-0. And Pintor on to kick. There's the snap. There's the kick by number 90, and the kick is good. Cardinals lead 36-0. All right, Coach, I think we have a first on the Melissa Cardinals Network. You ready?
Let's hear it.
Our man Fred, the boss man pushing the buttons back there?
Yes, sir.
He's getting emails on our email feed.
Cool.
From guess who?
Dr. Debbie
Dr.
Crawford.
Debbie, of course. Yes. So she says you guys are something special. I don't know who she's talking to, but she mentions Fred's name on here.
I'm sure that would be Fred.
Yeah. So way to go, Fred. Fred's back there behind there. There's John Graham. You can wave. He's not waving. Fred's back there behind the screen, behind the scenes. But Dr. Debbie says, way to go, Fred. I think maybe to you and me too, Coach, but it's like underlined for Fred, I think. All right. 6.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cardinals lead 36-0. And Pintor will kick off again. I will remind you of a score from last week in a moment after Pintor kicks off. And this one he kicks deep down to the 5-yard line. 2 Tigers run into each other, drop the football coming up the right hash past the 10, out past the 15-yard line.
Good coverage for the Cardinals. Maynard on the stop, and along with Jake Patusek.
Coach, I think I will have to update this stat here in a little while. But in the last 5.5 quarters of football,
I know where you're going with this. It's tough.
Terrell's trailing 95-7.
That's tough.
Last week they lost to Lovejoy 59-7. They're down to the Cardinals 36-0 right now. So in less than 6 quarters, it's 95-7 for Coach Sedbury's. Tough sledding. 1st and 10 from their 17. I formation, handed to the lead back, the fullback, and breaks the tackle, showing some speed, gets a downfield block. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Terrell Tigers. Coach Deal, 83 yards on fullback dive.
Yes, sir. That's 2 big plays back-to-back that we witnessed. Big touchdown, the big wow play for the Cardinals with Ham and Javon, and it's what a run there. Came through clean through that, got to the second level, made a move, and then had the big fullback had the speed to take it to the house.
And
gave these Tiger fans something to cheer for. Good for them.
Brunke, who's been punting all night, now goes up for the PAT. It's good, 36-7. 83 yards. That's a season worth of fullback dive yardage.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One play right
Just
there.
as you were pointing out doom and gloom for them, they come up with a monster play.
Showed me. Good job, Terrell Tigers. 83 yards to the house for the Terrell Tigers. Your Cardinals now lead 36-7. So we got to go back to the emails. Dr. Debbie emailing Fred. I already mentioned that one. Frank Graham joining us from Fort Worth, Texas. But actually what he said was John Graham's grandfather is watching. So there you go. Katie Deal Jones checks in. Hello, Dad.
Hey, Kate.
Trey, Ross, and John. Go Cardinals, hook 'em horns, says Katie Deal Jones. I'm sure she meant to say Black Knights also.
I don't think she was quite raised that way,
Well,
Trey. But I know you're trying to be an influence. I know I'm sure you're a daily influence.
All right. She also wrote she has the best boss. I think she forgot to write that part in there. Okay. Now Terrell will kick off. Katie Deal Jones, the director of our children's ministry of First Melissa. The kickoff taken at the 18-yard line by the Cardinals. Jacob Fields straight up the hash, past the 30-yard line. First down Cardinals, now leading 36-7. All right. Amber Hemsley watching from the couch. Go Cardinals, go Vols. Thank you.
That might be Amber. Our first shout-out for Tennessee. Rocky Top.
Scott Sams usually checks in once in a while. He gives a Rocky Top shout-out. Yeah. Hasn't yet tonight, though. Two receivers right. And now Maynard goes in motion. Snap is back. Ham fakes the handoff. Has time. Throws a deep post route for Dunn. Goes up for the grab. It's a fight for the football. And Ty goes to the offense. First down Cardinals.
Great haul by Lincoln Dunn to come down with that ball. Good job by Trevor laying it out.
41 on the throw and catch. And two receivers right. Give it to Adejokin, and he'll push the pile forward for about 3 yards on the play. Lots more emails coming in. We'll get to them as we go along. mcnr@melissaisd.org.
Cardinals offense is really starting to get consistent with the deep throw.
Trevor Ham, high snap again, fakes it to Adejokin as a seam route. There's Jackson Ford, touchdown Cardinals. The Cardinals answer with a quick drive after the 83-yard touchdown run by the Tigers, and the lead is now 42-7. Jackson Ford with the catch.
5 just caught the 5th touchdown pass tonight from Trevor Ham.
In a quarter and a half. And Pintor. The kickers union's going to call, Coach. We're wearing out the kicker. Maynard on the hold. Oh, the snap is on the ground. Maynard's going to pick it up and throw it into the end zone for Jackson Ford, who just caught the touchdown, but this one's no good. So the score remains 42-7. Cardinals lead big. 5:29 to go in the second quarter. You are listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network. You're watching the Melissa Cardinals Network along with our friends from Game On Sports. There's John Graham over there in the corner. This is Coach Kenny Deal. Year number what? 36?
36.
In Melissa ISD.
36.
You want to know what grade I was in 36 years ago?
What grade was
that?
No,
I'm not going to even tell you. Year 36.
Second year of college or?
No, sir. No, sir. Westwood Junior High.
Westwood Junior High.
Yes.
That's 1987, Trey, when I first came to Melissa. Never left. It's been a great home.
Has it changed a little in 36 years?
It's changed a lot in 5 years. I will assure you that. Yes, sir. It's amazing.
The bus ride track, the bus around the track.
Yes. We don't need to break that one out.
We'll do that one sometime.
Sometime.
All right, here we go.
I have a whole book I can share.
Cardinals will be kicking off leading 42-7. Pintor with a kick and a fair catch like we've done it before 26-yard line. Tigers will take over. All right, let's go to these emails. Let's see. Janet, Ron and Janet Matique, grandparents to Lincoln Dunn. Even Grandma calls him Speedster Lincoln Dunn right there.
No doubt about it.
Watching from California. So thank you, Ron and Janet.
He's having a huge night.
1st and 10, Tigers from their own 26-yard line. Split left, split right, wing back, turn around, toss sweep going left, and violently to the ground. That is Josh Nicholas on the tackle. Gain of 2 yards on the play. Approaching 5 minutes to go. Melissa leading 42-7. Email address mcnr@melissaisd.org. I think California is winning the longest distance email so far. Toss sweep going right and push it out to the 31-yard line.
Gunnar Wilson in the game on defense on that tackle. Number 7, junior. I'm sure the Fortners, quick shout out to the Fortners listening back in Missouri. Haven't heard from them tonight, but I'm sure they're listening or watching tonight. Thank you to Pam and Ron.
You said they're coming to visit.
Yes.
3rd and 5, and stretch play going left, able to turn the corner, push it out to the 37-yard line, and a first down. This is where coaches say no one set the edge.
That is correct.
The Lincoln Dunn fan club continues to grow. We got more emails coming in. 1st down and 10, Tigers, their own 37-yard line. 4 minutes to go in the half. 2 receivers to the short side. Henderson takes the snap, throws it out to the left side, and Packard right there to make a great stop.
Clark did an amazing job coming off the block. Fought through that, and then good sure tackle that time. Number 4.
Jacadrick Harris was the receiver. 2nd and 10 coming up. Elizabeth and Adelaide Adajokin, our great friends, part of our church family. Mom and dad of Nate Adajokin. They check in, watching in Melissa, Texas. 2nd down and 10. 4 receivers, and they're going to go jet sweep to the right side, pop pass, and breaking a tackle, showing some good speed over there for the Tigers, and they're going to have a first down. And in case you're curious why you do it that way, they call it a pop pass. The quarterback throws it forward like 8 inches in the air. But that way, if it falls and hits the ground, it's an incomplete pass. In the old days, you'd run a reverse where the receiver would be behind the quarterback, but if that one falls on the ground, it's a loose ball.
That is correct.
They got smart after 100 years of football, and they started having the receiver go to the front side of the quarterback, so if it falls dead, it's incomplete. Now Mr. Bibbs, the referee, has a call for us.
Holding, offense, number 24. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
They will spot the football after the penalty yardage at the Tiger 35-yard line, 2nd and 12.
Dr. Brian Walton's enjoying the game. Says go Cardinals.
Now they're going to walk off big yardage against the Cardinals.
Not for sure what happened there.
Here's Mr.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, language, number 8 of the defense, 15 yards from the dead ball spot, automatic first down. That is number 8, first unsportsmanlike conduct towards this qualification.
Coach, we usually don't identify them on the air, but Mr. Bibbs did so. So there you go. 1st and 10 Tigers at the midfield stripe after the 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against the Cardinals.
Now Mr. Bibbs having a conversation with Coach Matt Nally, giving his explanation on what maybe that language was.
How about 307 yards passing and 6 touchdowns on 2 quarters of play for Mr. Trevor Ham?
Say that again, sir.
307 yards and 6 touchdowns in 2 quarters.
That's pretty amazing. Did you ever have any nights like that?
Not in 2 quarters of play. No. It was a different world back then.
Peyton Cox has checked in the game on defense.
Paxton Cox. Sir.
Paxton.
There you go. 2 receivers left. Low snap. Throwing it out to the left side. It's going to be caught in the flats, and a good tackle comes up there. Jason Cave was there. Josh Nicholas was there. Packard. All right, 2nd down and 7 now. Now the Tigers pick up the pace a little bit, fake the handoff. They throw it out to the left side again. They like this play, and they're going to pick up positive yardage. There is Packard again.
Yeah, Clark did a good job again, coming off a block. He was wrapped up pretty good, but there at the end came free, getting him out of bounds.
3rd down and 3 coming up. We have 2:27 to go in the first half. Cardinals big, 42-7. Tigers come to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 3. And they're going to give the handoff, and it's going to go nowhere. Lose the yardage. Fields, Cave, Whitwer, Gunnar Wilson. Lots of Cardinals. Here comes 4th down 4. Coach Sedberry is going to go for it here. Shuttles in the play call. A minute 50 run down the clock. Rolling left and going nowhere on that play. There's Odlewski.
Yeah, Caleb Odlewski. Another good play coming off a block. Lance Riley was there to help as well. So the Cardinals will have 1 minute and 41 seconds, and that should be plenty of time, Trey.
I believe the right verb is manhandled the quarterback on that play. Odlewski just grabbed him around the chest and slung him down.
With one arm.
Yeah. All right. 1 minute 41 on the clock. Cardinals have 2 timeouts remaining. Melissa leads 42-7. Trevor Ham, who has 6 touchdown passes, leads the offense out here. And Mr. Bibbs is resetting the play clock.
Yeah, it ran down to 0.
There we go. Adejokin stands next to Ham in the backfield. Shotgun high snap again, and give it to Nate Adejokin, whose mom and dad are watching. The ball's on the ground, and the Terrell Tigers pick up the loose ball. 1st down, Terrell. Usually very sure-handed, Mr.
Yeah, pretty big hit there.
Adejokin.
Got it out of Nate's hands.
Doug Zatto, our friend, checks in, listening from Grayford, Texas, watching Rhett play baseball. Go Cardinals. Maybe I'll see him at that restaurant on Monday night.
Maybe so. Another person that covers a lot of miles watching his grandkids play.
Rolling right, they're going to go halfback pass, 1 receiver route, throwing it into traffic, tipped ball and incomplete.
Good coverage there by Clark. Packard was not fooled by the throwback, but then deflected the ball, and the receiver almost came down with it off the bounce.
Chase Bingman on the halfback pass, throwing to Markel Hambrick. Incomplete, makes it 2nd and 10. And they throw a little stop route, incomplete, behind the intended receiver. That was Nicholas on the coverage. And now it's adding up, Coach. The Lincoln Dunn fan club keeps checking in.
Good. He deserves it.
MCNR at melissaisd.org. A minute 21 to go until halftime.
They ran 2 plays, 12 seconds that came off the clock.
Two backs. Henderson under center. And he's going to fake the handoff and runs into Mr. Nigel Smith. And also there for the Cardinals, Micah Finan, linebacker number 34.
Yep, junior Micah Finan.
So now we'll see if it's going to be punt time for the Tigers.
I think you have
timeout, Melissa. Second timeout of the first half.
Matt Nally stops the clock. 1 minute 8 seconds to go. 2 timeouts used so far by the Cardinals. Clock does say 1 minute 8. Your fashion advisor, Dr. John Majors, checks in, along with Liz Majors from Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Says, thanks for the description of a coach's week on last week's scoreboard show. Impressive commitment from the coaches. That's why you now sit up here, isn't it?
That's correct. Yeah. No, yes, sir. That's just amazing. Amazing amount of hours that go into that. As we kind of talked a couple weeks ago on the air, the dedication of the coach's wife. You know, it's just a different breed and kind of a unique lifestyle that not everybody lives.
After the Cardinals timeout, Brunke will be on to punt again, and this one is not going to make it to field. It's going to bounce, and the Tigers will down it with 1 minute 4. They need to stop the clock. They rolled it to 1:03. So Cardinals will take over. 1 timeout left. Scoreboard needs to change that. There it is. 1 timeout remaining. Cardinals will take over, leading 42-7. We'll see what Coach Matt Nally and Coach Russell Jr. choose to do with their final 63 seconds here. Maynard split right. Dunn and Javon split left.
Jacob Casano is the running back.
And they're going to run option. They're going to run reverse. Javon's going to throw it to Cusano out of the backfield, and he'll catch it with a diving grab, and first down. Cardinals stop the clock, but the scoreboard is not stopping the clock, and the Cardinals lost about 6 or 7 seconds. It's still rolling, and Ham throws it to the left side. Gunnar Wilson with a catch. He goes out of bounds, and now they stop it at 39 on the scoreboard clock.
Another trick play, another trickeration, Trey. So that was, we've seen a play a week like that this coming season.
I think Coach Russell Sr. told Coach Russell Jr. to spice it up a little bit. 2 receivers right. Ham fakes it right, throws it deep. He's got Maynard with a step, and the catch is made at the 10-yard line. Breaks the tackle, and he goes down.
Give it
touchdown,
to him.
Carson Maynard. Touchdown, Cardinals. And that is touchdown number 7 for Ham in the half.
Just hit Carson right in stride. Just a beautiful ball, beautiful throw. As we talked about, the deep ball is improving. And that's another 2-touchdown game for Carson Maynard, number 9, junior.
Pintor on to kick. And that kick is up and good. That's actually touchdown catch number 3 for Mr. Maynard, says Statman Ross Graham. Cardinals lead 49-7. And we'll check the updated stats when Ross finishes typing away over there. We have 28 seconds left on the game clock before the halftime break. Tori Whitmore. Hello, welcome back into our booth. This is Trey Graham. That's Kenny Deal. There's John Graham over there. There's Statman Ross Graham typing away right over there. We are glad you are joining us here in Terrell, Texas on the Melissa Cardinals Network. We're going to get to reading your emails, mcnr@melissaisd.org. Stick around at halftime. You'll get to hear and watch the performance of the Mighty Cardinal Band in just a few minutes. Tori Whitmire, grandparents of Lincoln, Norris, and Tori. Thanks again for broadcasting so we can see our rock star. See, one grandparent called him Speedster, and this one's rock star. So that's how you grandparents do things, isn't it?
That is.
Yeah. So thank you for checking in the Whitmores.
Trey, quick shout out to the staff at Bella Couture Salon in Melissa, Texas. Took great care of me yesterday.
Oh, they did. All right. A short kick taken at the 11-yard line and returned this time by the Tigers, going left past the 30, past the 40-yard line, go out of bounds with 21 seconds on the game clock.
Casano on the tackle. He's been busy this first half.
Tigers have 21 seconds and one timeout. See what they choose to do. Vanessa Young, Aunt Vanessa, Uncle Jake. And now they're calling nephew Lincoln Dunn the Speedster from Los Angeles, California. So the Lincoln Dunn fan club all over the emails tonight.
Thank you, Game On, for taking us all across the nation.
1st and 10 at the 41 of the Tigers. Henderson, and he'll hand the ball off with 21 seconds. He breaks a tackle, and he'll pick up about 6 yards. And the clock is rolling. 11 down to 9. And Coach Sedberry is going to use his final timeout with 3 seconds on the game clock. 2.9 to be exact. Danny and Amy Preston say the Cardinals are looking great.
Terrell, 3rd and final timeout.
Thank you, Danny and Amy Preston. Jim Gump checks in. He tells us that Christy Gump is watching in Auburn, Alabama, but Christy already told us that. They're at Auburn. We already mentioned that. And Mr. Gump is farther away, he says, than Auburn, Alabama. So welcome back, Mr. Gump. Good to hear from you. He says, go Dalton Whitwer, go Cardinals. So with 2.9 seconds remaining until the halftime break, Cardinals lead 49-7. And here comes the final play. Henderson in the shotgun. Takes the snap, straight drop back, now has pressure, and Otlewski's right there again, and Nigel Smith is right there again. So
poor quarterback. I mean, you called a timeout for that.
Nigel says to Caleb in the huddle, I'll meet you at the quarterback.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. So that's the end of the second quarter. We've got 2 stanzas in the books, and Cardinals lost a shutout, but the lead is big, 49-7. And you are watching the Melissa Cardinals Network, the 2nd district game of the year. We are so glad you are joining us. We are going to let you enjoy the, excuse me, the Mighty Cardinal Band here. They are making their way. You see them entering right now on the far sideline, the visitor sideline, in their dress uniforms tonight. And Jerry Wharton, their leader. So I ask you this often, but for the listeners, we always say that the Cardinals bring a lot of stuff, but describe for them the transportation of said stuff.
Well, we have a semi-truck, full semi-trailer that brings a bulk of the equipment. And then there is a what you would call here in Texas a dually pickup truck with probably about a 22-foot trailer, another trailer with more stuff. And then I believe we're up to 5, maybe 6 buses, and I may be underestimating that. honestly.
So a semi-truck worth of
yes,
stuff, a
yes.
22-foot trailer worth of stuff, and
And
6 buses of people who use the stuff.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's a big event. Fridays is just a major job for our transportation department, who do a great job. So you have that. You have light vehicles, and then we just talk band. You're also talking the football team, and then all their stuff as well. So it's a game day is a big day on Fridays.
So I can presume that Melissa ISD would like the gas prices to go down?
That would be yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Last year was a kind of what you call a budget buster.
Yeah.
That you don't plan on.
Sure. All right. You've been watching us here in the booth, but it's better for them to turn the camera around and let you watch the Mighty Cardinal Band under the leadership of Jerry Wharton. Please enjoy the sights and sounds of the Mighty Cardinal Band.
Mighty Cardinal Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Jerry Wharton, Zachary Robinson, David Landry, Talia Lee, Michael Wimberly, and Emily Causey. Additional staff include Abby Austin, Stone McCauley, Marley Dordery, Connor Barnes, Matt Wimberly, and Emily Fullwood. Tonight the band is led under the field command of drum majors Autumn Bell, Audrey Burwell, and Ryan Farrell. This section of the week is the trombones. The Mighty Cardinal Band will be performing their 2022 UIL competition show entitled Bon Appetit, a night at a French cafe. Drum Major Autumn Bell, is your band ready? The mighty Cardinal Band would like to thank our superintendent, Keith Murphy, our deputy superintendents, Dr. Robert Rich and Ian Whitaker, Melissa High School's principal, Kenneth Moore, Melissa Booster Club, and our awesome band members for their unwavering support. All right, Cardinal fans, get on your feet and put your hands together for the Melissa High School fight song.
Welcome back to Terrell, Texas. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network. You just saw another outstanding performance by the mighty Cardinal Band, and they are leaving the field as we speak in the east end zone. And now the Terrell Tiger drill team is coming back out on the field. There's Coach Deal right there. Trey Graham, nice to see you again.
Text.
Yep.
That was from from Brian Walton. He says a great game, but his wife gave the 5 wows to the band performance right there.
Okay.
So Eileen. So thank y'all for watching at home.
Yes. This is our halftime show, the Melissa Cardinals Network. Cardinals, as you see right there on the screen, leading Terrell 49-7. And we're going to give you the pictures of the Terrell Tiger drill team and their band. But we're going to talk for a minute here because this is Melissa broadcast. Chris Rogers checks in, Coach, and asks, how's the new stadium construction coming along?
It's coming along. It's coming along well. We should be in the dry, I would say probably within maybe, the glass will not be in. Probably within 12 weeks, be pretty much in the dry on the press box side. So it's progressing.
This is not a domed stadium.
It is not on the press box side. It's progressing well. It's on schedule, and so the first event in the stadium will be the graduation this year. So the
May of 2023
will be graduation.
Is the first scheduled event in Kenny Deal Stadium. That guy right there, Kenny Deal Stadium. May of 2023, the stadium is supposed to open. And so next school year, varsity football will be played there. Varsity soccer will be played there. Band competitions will be played there. And I hear the schedule's booking up. Other people booking the place.
Yes, we're anticipating that we will get lots of attention, and which that's going to, that will be somewhat of a challenge for us because of, the success that the Cardinals have during playoff times. I mean, everybody that pretty much runs the ball games currently, the stadium currently,
travels to the away games.
The biggest supporters of the Cardinals. So it's going to be a challenge for us, and just we'll see how all this. We still have a year to get that all figured out.
To add a little bit to what Coach is saying, lots of teams pick a neutral site for the playoff games, and so Team X and Team Y are playing each other, and they don't want to play at home, either one of their stadiums, so they'll rent out Melissa Cardinal Stadium or Kenny Deal Stadium. But what you're saying is the people who work with us and work at the stadium, that's the ticket booth, that's the concession stand, that's the camera people.
You like to say a cast of thousands, and that literally is.
Yeah, the parking crew, the security crew, all that stuff. They're Cardinal fans, so if the Melissa Cardinals are playing a playoff game on the same night, if Idalou wants to come rent the stadium, they don't really care about Idalou. They want to go watch the Cardinals play.
Correct.
So you're right. It becomes a bit of a staffing issue, understandably so. Lots more emails. We'll get to some of these as we go along, and then we'll check some stats. Ross Graham has squared us away, and we'll check some scores. So, MCNR at melissaisd.org. Mrs. Coach Deal.
The lovely Mrs. Deal.
Checks in. Enjoying watching the Cardinals and my favorite announcers from Pike, Texas. So hello to Lauren Deal. Seth Pintor, big brother to kicker Aiden Pintor. It says they're putting Aiden to work tonight. This is a true statement.
That is very true.
And then he said, just for you, Wreckham Tech.
I'm just going to say, the young man is at Tech.
Yeah, so I bet you he'll be there throwing the tortillas tomorrow as Sark comes to town.
I saw their best friend 2 weeks ago trade up pretty close, and that Coach Beard walked right by me at the Alabama game.
Yeah,
so I couldn't track him down to take a selfie for all my Tech friends.
He left them to go to you guys. I understand. All right, let's check some scores of other games before I give you all the stats here. This is week number 5, game number 5 for your Cardinals. They lead 49-7. We mentioned Salina beat Carrollton Ranchview 56-0 a week ago. I'm sorry, last night that game was played. So that was a game last night. Argyle won last night as well. They defeated Frisco Memorial 51-13. And we'll wait for this to come up so we can give you some more of the stats and scores of other local games. All this technology in the world, and the one app I need right now doesn't work, Coach. That's how it works. So I'll give you this try to give it to you here again. Let's see. Halftime, Anna Coyotes 34, Pittsburgh 6. So they're rolling up there in Purple Town.
It's pretty big transformation for the Coyotes.
Lovejoy, who defeated these Terrell Tigers last week 59-7. Lovejoy leads Denison 35-7 third quarter. Greenville 20, Princeton 6 halftime. Now, Coach, it's a little bit weird when you do this, he played him, who played him, who played him, right?
Sure.
But Melissa defeated Crandall 50-22 last Friday. Tonight, Crandall leads Mesquite Poteet 40-0 at halftime.
Wow.
So I don't know what that means for Mesquite Poteet when the Cardinals play them over there at Mesquite Memorial Stadium in a couple weeks, but Mesquite Poteet trails Crandall 40-0 at half. Lovejoy 35, Denison 7. middle of the third quarter over there. One from Northeast up the way. Texarkana Pleasant Grove 14, Paris 7 at the middle of the third quarter over there. Now our halftime stats brought to you by the All-Tex-Omaland stat man Ross Graham. Cardinals have scored 7 touchdowns, and they have 8 first downs.
Wow. That's the stat of the year right there, probably.
360 yards through the air, 53 on the ground. Total offensive plays, 31 plays, 415 yards. Coach is in the booth next door looking at my stats here. Penalties, that's really still the negative from last week that Coach Nowley will be emphasizing, and that is 5 penalties for 55 yards. Time of possession, 8 minutes out of the first 24. Cardinals had the football, and Trevor Ham is 14 of 20 passing for 360 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2 quarters of play. 7 touchdowns, 360 yards. Those 7 receiving touchdowns, 3 went to Carson Maynard, 1 went to Javon Smith, 1 to Lincoln Dunn, 1 to Jacob Casano, and 1 to Jackson Ford. Nate Adejokin, who came into the game as the leading rusher on the season with 443 yards on the ground, has 53 more on the ground tonight. So, offensively, a tremendous showing, starting with that 95-yard catch and run to speedster
so many things
Lincoln Dunn.
on that stat sheet, Trey, that jumps out at you. Just with having 49 points on the board in just 8 minutes of possession time, that's pretty amazing as well. Big plays tonight, a lot of big plays.
Leading tackler on the night, Nigel Smith. 6 tackles, and 5 of them are tackles for loss. 4 sacks. I think Nigel's telling you that he hasn't been picked.
I've been waiting a while. I try to do this, and just.
He hasn't been picked by you to be the defensive player of the game, and he's trying to get that
There's
tonight.
a great chance you might be talking to him Monday nights.
Because Caleb Botlewski, last week's player of the game, only has 2 sacks.
Yes, you can just ask him about his many travels from Saturday to Saturday as Nigel Smith.
Well, Caleb described for us the
San Diego.
visits to San Diego.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what we talked about, of course, you need to watch the Cardinal Scoreboard Show that we broadcast from every Monday night, 5:30 p.m. at the Dugout Sports Grill. We release that every Monday evening. But he was describing how 2 years ago lived in Ohio, moved to Texas, and Coach Nowley talked about him before we interviewed Caleb. And Caleb came in and said, "I'm a quarterback." And Matt Nowley looked at him and said, "No, you're a defensive end." And now he's going to go play Division I football as a defensive end.
As a defensive end. It's amazing. Lisa Lakey listening tonight. Thank you for listening, Lisa.
Did she say go Black Knights?
She says our polos are looking sharp is what she says.
I thought she was talking about the Black Knights.
Listening in the suburbs somewhere in Fannin County.
Okay. Well, thank you for checking in, and thank you for our nice shirts. You are watching the Terrell Tiger Band perform. It's 49-7. We're going to let you listen just for a moment here to the home team band. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network.
Chavez, Brandon Adams, Nathan Escania, Cody Murray, Morris, and Brianna Crawford. The Terrell High School section of the week is the tubist. The Terrell High School band member of the week is Giovanni Raymond. The Tiger Band would also like to extend a special
Welcome back to Terrell, Texas. You've been watching the performance of the Terrell Tiger Band. And, Coach, they got some stuff over there, too. They got the backgrounds and the backdrops and the pillars straight from Greece. So the Terrell Tiger Band finding their way off the field right now.
Yeah, this is not a state qualifying year, at least for it should be for them as well, since we're in the same district. But so Melissa's not, bringing extra stuff as we were talking about stuff with all the props that you would normally use during state qualification.
So tonight was a minor amount of stuff?
Just a minor amount.
Okay.
Not the normal stuff.
Not the normal stuff. Okay. All right. Well, the Cardinals are down in the west end zone. That's to the right of your screen, down there by their tunnel. They're about to be coming back out on the field. The Tigers are down there as well, warming up. This is Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal. Fred, the magic man, over here pushing all the buttons. Cookie back there is trying to make us sound good. It takes a lot of people for you and I to just talk about football.
It does.
Yeah. Our halftime score is Melissa 49 and Terrell Tigers 7. Dan DeHoog checks in. Says, hi to you guys, doing a great job. Shout out to my daughter Sarah on the clarinet. So thank you, Dan, for saying hello. The email address is mcnr@melissaisd.org. mcnr@melissaisd.org. It is halftime here in Terrell, Texas, the second district game of the year. The Cardinals are 1-0 in the district. And, Coach, it's almost time, not quite yet, but almost time to check them out to being 2-0 on the district schedule. And remember what happened a year ago. Cardinals were 0-2 to start the year, and some people thought the sky was falling, and all they did after that was win 11 games in a row, finishing the season 12 or 11-3, I guess
sir.
It was.
Yes, sir. I think that the last game of our district schedule, Trey, is going to come down to the district champion. I really feel like that.
On the road at Lovejoy.
On the road at Lovejoy. Be a tough place to get a W at Lovejoy.
So, the Cardinals almost ready to choke this one up to a victory, but we still have 2 quarters to play. Cardinals leading 49-7. That would be 2-0 for your Cardinals in the district if they're able to hold on, as we expect. And Cardinals will have a 3-game winning streak, hopefully, when we drive home tonight back through Poetry, Texas. Here comes the Cardinals coming back out on the field, and the flag corps and the cheerleaders leading them out. Cardinals in the white helmets, white jerseys, white pants, entering on the far sideline. And here comes the Terrell Tigers out. You'll notice, Coach, the Terrell Tigers only get half a tunnel. They only have a 1-story tunnel for the second half entrance. You get a 2-story tunnel for the first half entrance.
It's good observation, Trey. It's a good eye.
Hey, it's my job to point out this kind of important stuff here. This is the Melissa Cardinals Network. Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal, Ross Graham, John Graham, and a cast of thousands. Coaches have made their way back to the booth. Some chicken wings were consumed. They're back in the booth next door to us, and we are glad you are joining us. Again, the email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. We do invite you and your family to worship with us at First Melissa, Sunday mornings 9 a.m. or 10:15 a.m. Go to firstmelissa.com to find out more.
Trey, quick shout out to the Terrell staff up here in the press box, to the ladies that offered great hospitality in those chicken wings. But I ate something I've never eaten before that was outstanding. Now, this might not be something you would enjoy consuming, but it was a pickle fried in cheese. No other coating, no breading, just cheese and a pickle. Very good.
You just had
Very
that up
good.
here
Yes,
in
I
the booth?
did. I had 2 of them.
Oh, while I was working.
Yeah, it's called a chickle.
No, it isn't.
That's
Chicle. That's gum in Spanish, man. Okay. Sure, whatever. Okay, kick the ball off, and the Cardinals deferred until the second half, so they'll take the opportunity to receive the football, and Jacob Fields will return it out past the 25-yard line, and the Cardinals offense will come out on the field. So you just had dos chicles.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Chickle.
Okay. All right. People learn lots of stuff on the Melissa Cardinals
The
Network.
lovely
don't
Mrs.
they?
Dill is listening right now. She says, "Oh man, I'm going to have to make him a chickle tomorrow."
All right. While you're watching the Longhorns and the Red Raiders?
Yes, that'll be a good snack.
Okay. All right. Cardinals offense coming back out on the field. Trevor Ham with those 7 touchdown passes is still in the game at quarterback as we start here. First down and 10, Cardinals from their own 27-yard line. Throw it out to Nate Adejokin in the left flats. Shows some great speed down the far sideline. First down into Terrell side of the field.
That's really the only thing we haven't gotten tonight was a huge run by Nathan. Just almost took that one for a big gain before they got him out of bounds.
First down, Cardinals at the Terrell 48-yard line. Just underway here, third quarter. Ham takes the snap and gives it to Adejokin over the right guard, and he is going to be stopped after a gain of 4 yards on the play. Our friends in the state of Washington, Jim and Gwen Benson, are listening. Coach Ryan Hamilton and Coach Casey Hamilton's grandparents. 2nd and 5, we'll call it. Fake the handoff, throw it to Cusano in the right. No, that's Dunn in the right flats. He's going to show some speed. Breaks a tackle, and there's the speed right there.
Wow.
You're not going to catch him, boys and girls. Touchdown, Cardinals.
You're going to get to know him real well Monday night too, Trey.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You're spilling the beans
Yes.
here. 42 yards out. Once he breaks the tackle, again, you're not going to catch Lincoln Dunn. Touchdown, Cardinals. That's only touchdown pass number 8 for Mr. Trevor Ham. But let's go ahead and admit it. He needs to be thanking the receivers for those 8 touchdown catches. All right, here's Pintor. He got a break at halftime, and he's right back out here. That PAT is up and good. Your score, Melissa, 56, Terrell 7, and to quote our old friend Barry Switzer, they hang half 100 tonight, did the Cardinals. And we have 10:47 to go, third quarter. Cardinals receive the opening kickoff here in the third quarter, march it down, and then give it to speedster Lincoln Dunn, who takes it to the house. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Not only did he show great speed on that play, but good balance. Took a pretty good pop, able to stay on his feet and regain his balance, and then, again, the speedster took it to the house.
I know you were wondering, Coach, but never fear. The Cardinals are winning 56-7, and the Black Knights are off tomorrow. It's a bye week. America's team not in action. No game at historic Mikey Stadium, but we do have games tomorrow at Cardinal Stadium in Melissa, Texas. The doubleheader, Melissa 6th grade football. Melissa versus Van Alstyne plays at 6 p.m. Melissa versus Denison plays at 7:30 p.m. There's a doubleheader of 6th grade Cardinals football tomorrow at Melissa Cardinal Stadium.
You get to play under the lights.
And there's a fair catch. Terrell will take over at their own 28-yard line, trailing 56-7.
Seemed like when Colton was playing that we'd have like 8 o'clock a.m. ball games. Have to drive to Sanger after a Friday night.
Yeah.
Didn't play any games with the lights on.
That would be Coach Colton Deal down there on the field.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's now a coach. Former Melissa Cardinal player. Terrell Tigers first down and 10 at their own 28-yard line. You got a 2 backs and a wing back, and Henderson's going to give it to the trail back on first down, and Jason Cave makes that tackle. Gain of 2 yards on the play. 10.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org.
Just a great read there by Jason Cave to fill that hole.
Packard shows man-to-man defense, press defense on the receiver, and the pass was thrown behind Darian Holmes. Packard was there, and the pass is incomplete. 3rd and 8.
It's been 3rd and long all night long for the Tigers. Had the one big run, 83 yards by the fullback for their only score of the night.
Under center, give it to the lead back going over the right side and breaking a tackle, making a nice cut in the hole is Chase Bingman. He's the fullback who went 83 yards for the Tigers' only touchdown of the first half, and he picks up a Terrell first down out to the 41-yard line. And we have 10 minutes to go in the quarter. And coach for the Terrell Tigers, Marvin Sedbury, continues to shuttle in the play to the huddle. So it's not the fast pace of the Cardinals offense. 1st and 10. Toss sweep going right. And able to pick up another first down for the Tigers. That was a good run by Travion Roberts. And the Terrell run offense has come alive.
Yeah, back-to-back first downs for the Tigers. Running over their right side of their offensive line.
14 yards gained on the play. Good for another Terrell Tiger.
Gain of 14 yards on that last play.
And another toss sweep back and a loss on this.
Yeah, it's not very wise running right at Caleb Otluski.
Minus yardage on that play. Also in on that tackle was Lance Riley, and they're going to say loss of 2 on the play as Cardinals D is out there.
Loss of 2 on the play brings us 2nd down and 2 from the Melissa 47.
Here comes the 2nd and 12 play. Henderson's under center, fakes the lead play, and then throws it to a wide open receiver. And they're going to go in for the Terrell Tiger touchdown, their 2nd of the night. Preston Kilgore from the tight end spot runs it right under the seam. And Cardinals defensive backfield had a breakdown there. And the Terrell Tigers are in the end zone.
Yes, receiver wide open. Did a great job looking that ball in and catching it. Sometimes that's a hard catch to make, just when you're completely wide open. Seems like it takes the ball forever to get to you.
Brunke's on for the 2nd PAT attempt of the night, and this one is good. And the Terrell Tigers have 1 touchdown in each half, and they trail your Cardinals by a score of 56-14. Now, Coach, we do a lot of college football. We do a lot of Jerry World talk. We mention the Black Knights on occasion here on the Melissa Cardinals Network, but this is not the Food Network. You know that.
Okay, so what's the problem?
But we've got Chickle emails.
Oh, I've already got a couple as well. So
really?
You really thought that I was making something up a second ago.
Yeah.
But what is there proof out there?
No, they're
Cardinal
just saying
land?
they would eat it.
Okay.
But it's still like a fictional item. But they say they would eat it. You've got people
supporting me. I appreciate it, fans. Thank you so much.
They're saying they would eat it, or they actually believe it exists?
I believe they believe it exists.
Okay. Well, Misty Humphreys is emailing about the chickle.
Thank you, Misty.
I will let you and Misty have all the chickles that you want.
Chickle.
Okay. Find me some fajitas. You guys have some chickle, and we'll all call it even. All right, after the Terrell Tigers' 2nd touchdown of the night, Brunke, who just made the PAT, will kick this one short, and it'll be fair caught by the Cardinals. They get their own medicine on that kickoff return. Jacob Nye with the fair catch. Cardinals offense will come back out on the field. 8:27 to go, 3rd quarter. And we'll see when Coach Matt Nally chooses to start substituting on offense and defense. Spot the football at the Cardinal 26-yard line. So you can email us about the Black Knights or about the Chickle or whatever you want to talk about tonight, mcnr@melissaisd.org. The Cardinals have made a substitution after Trevor Ham throws for 402 yards and 8 touchdowns. He's going to sit down right now, and Tatum Thompson's going to check in at the quarterback spot. They're going to hand the ball off and lose a yard on the play.
It's Josh Nascimento.
Mr. Nascimento's first carry of the night. So those substitutions that we were expecting are already happening here early third quarter. Thompson fakes the handoff, throws it to the left side. It's going to be caught, and a 3-yard gain, and the flag comes in.
That's Jacob Nye on the reception, sophomore.
And we'll wait for our referee.
Jacob's got a lot of time.
Personal foul, face mask, number 10 of the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Keith Bibbs, our referee, says a foul against the Terrell defense moves the football out for the Cardinal offense to the 42-yard line. Tatum Thompson wears jersey number 11, senior quarterback, new to the program this year, and he's in the game at the quarterback spot. 2 receivers right, stack formation, first down. And they're going to hand the ball. Josh Nascimento over the right side, and he'll pick up 3 on the carry. Clock rolling, approaching the 7-minute mark here in the third quarter. And we have the ambulance in the distance.
Yep, those sirens are away from the stadium, not coming from the school grounds.
Cardinals not in hurry-up mode right now. 2nd down and 8. Tatum Thompson's going to throw it out to the left side. It's going to be caught by Nye again, and he's going to take it right to the sticks, just short. 3rd and 1 coming up.
There's 2 receptions for Nye. Started out the season in the defensive backfield, getting playing time tonight as receiver.
3rd and 1 Cardinals, just beyond the midfield stripe. Wing right, twins right, and Thompson's going to run the ball right. He gives it to Nascimento, who has a first down at the 40-yard line.
Nice block that time by Grayson Spann. Another sophomore out there on the field.
Coach's son.
Yes, sir.
Josh Nascimento wears jersey number 28. Junior running back. We've reached the halfway mark here in the third quarter. Cardinals lead 56-14.
Cardinals taking some time.
Here's the 1st and 10 play from the 40. And fake it to Nascimento. Thompson will keep it and lose a yard on that carry. Second down 11 coming up as we're working our way through this third quarter. Melissa's offense moving very slow as compared to their normal pace. They're even in the huddle. Burning that game clock. Here we go on 2nd and 11. 2 receivers left. And give it to Nascimento, and we're going to have a false start penalty called against the Cardinals offense.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 22, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
After that mark off, it'll be 2nd down 15, and the Cardinals in the huddle, letting the clock roll down. 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Tatum Thompson at the helm. Here's a 2nd and 15 play out of the shotgun. Give it to Nacimiento, and he'll push the pile forward. Gain of 5 yards, back to the 40-yard line. And the Cardinals will face 3rd down 10.
Carson Serrett, the good block.
We'll check some scores of other local games here in just a moment. How about Aaron Judge report? Coach, what are you thinking? MVP? Or is Otani the MVP?
I
mean, the Triple Crown winner or the best offensive and defensive player on the Angels. If you look at the Angels, hit leader, home run leader, RBI leader, innings pitch leader, and ERA leader, it's all Otani. Throwing into the traffic is Thompson on that 3rd down play. Incomplete pass brings up 4th down, and the punt unit for the Cardinals will come out.
I believe a lot of romance has gone away from the home run ball, during the steroid era. But I mean, you're talking, is that 70 or 80 years now of that record of Roger Maris's?
That would be 61 years, sir.
61 years for 61 homers.
Indeed.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. So let's go that route.
Nacimiento's going to punt this one. Aiden Pintor's getting a break, and that punt will roll out of bounds. The Cardinals defense will come out on the field. Terrell Tigers will take over near their 15-yard line. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Cardinals leading 56-14. And the other scores we'll check. Anna still big over Pittsburgh, 41-12, late 3rd quarter. Lovejoy all over Denison, 51-7. Early 4th quarter. Greenville 27, Princeton 6, early 3rd quarter. And you mentioned it, Coach, after this play. Henderson's going to run toss sweep going right, and they're going to have another breakaway showing some speed. And at the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Tigers, touchdown Chase Bingman. He went 83 yards earlier. He goes 85 on that play.
Big night for Chase. Well, Connor Betts gave it everything he had to catch him. Just couldn't quite get there.
So the Terrell Tigers are on the scoreboard for the 3rd time tonight. 83 and 85 on the stat sheet for Chase Bingman, the junior running back for the Tigers. The PAT from Brunke is up, and the score is 56-21, Cardinals with the lead. Coach, you were mentioning it. It's going to be a showdown, we predict, for a district championship on November 3rd on a Thursday night when the Cardinals go over to Lovejoy to play that regular season finale.
Yes, sir, Trey. It's hard to tell. I mean, we're playing schools that we've, brand new districts, so teams we haven't traditionally played, other than Princeton. We were in district with when we were 3A many years ago, and so it's hard to tell. But the way the scores are shaping up and looking at those scores, you think it will definitely come down to us and Lovejoy, and it's kind of shaping up that this district may not be as competitive as the district we just came out of, where you had, at times last year, Trey, 4 teams were ranked in the top 10 at different times of the season, which very, very competitive district that we played in last year.
All right. Brunke just made the PAT. He'll kick the football off, and the Terrell folks are giving away T-shirts, throwing them in the stands right below us. 3:26 in the 3rd quarter, and it's a line drive kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. Lincoln Dunn allows it to do so. Penalty flag will come in, and the Cardinals will get good field position late 3rd quarter with the big lead. Our email address, mcnr@melissaisd.org. Again, we invite you and your family to First Melissa this Sunday. Go to firstmelissa.com. Ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line.
Free kick, out of bounds, Ball will be placed at the 30-yard line.
See, Mr. Bibbs agrees with me. The ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line. And substitutions continue on the Cardinals offense. And Tatum Thompson for his second series. Flag comes in. Nacimiento with the carry. And he's going to gain 8 yards, 8.5 yards, but a flag. Stops the clock at 3:19. We also have an injury timeout on the field. The Tiger player is able to walk off under his own power, but we still have to adjudicate the foul.
It's looking like it should be against the Tigers. It's kind of going here at a slow pace, just the mechanics of this crew.
Mr. Bibbs tells us.
Offsides on the defense. The penalty is declined. Result of the play, 2nd down and 1.
That took a while, Trey.
Yes, sir, but you know, it all works out in the end. You'd rather have 9 yards than 5 yards, so the clock is now rolling. 3:18 and counting here in the third quarter. Cardinals leading big, 56-21. 2nd down and 1. Give it to Nacimiento as a first down and a breakaway straight up the middle of the field. Nice run out to the midfield stripe. He picks up 11 and a new set of downs for the Cardinals.
Jacob Wasserman in at center, sophomore, number 55. Good block there.
Oh, they gave him a good spot all the way to the 48 of the Tigers. Spot the football in the big red and white Tiger logo. Nacimiento up to 39 yards rushing. 2:28 and counting in the quarter. Cardinals letting the clock roll.
Yeah, Coach Russell's taking his time getting the play call into the game.
Trips right bunch. Thompson in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. Throws it out to Nye in the right flats. And a flag comes in. Stopping the clock, 2:09. And Mr. Bibbs will talk to us again. We've gotten to know him well tonight.
Offense, number 80, 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Holding call against the Cardinals. Back him up 10 yards to the east side of the 50-yard line. It's going to be first down and 20 for the Cardinals from their own 42-yard line. And Cardinals in the huddle. Checked into game at running back right now is Bishop Curry. He wears jersey number 32. You see Hudson Zufeld is checked in at the tight end spot. He wears jersey 20. Grayson Span's in there at one of the O-line spots. 1st and 20. Thompson will give the ball to the aforementioned Mr. Curry, and he will pick up 9 yards. Clock rolling here. Late third quarter.
Curry Jr. running back, number 32.
Not Steph Curry. Not Seth Curry.
Bishop.
Not Del Curry. Bishop Curry. 2nd down 11 coming up for the Cardinals O. 3 receivers left. Tight end Zufeld to the right. Fake the ball. Throw it to the right, to the left side, that is. Incomplete pass.
Pass intended for Cody Scanlon.
Incomplete pass, stops the clock. And we have a 3rd down 11 coming up. Ball spotted at the Tiger 49-yard line. 3 receivers left, tight end right. Give it to Bishop Curry, and he'll make a cut in the hole and gain 2 yards on the play. And Matt Nally will send out the punt team. Pintor back on the field. Fourth down 9. Cardinals letting the play clock roll. And
yeah, if we can let it run down to 1 or 2 seconds here, we can finish this quarter off.
And a late substitution for the Cardinals. And the officials are chatting while the play's not happening. And what's going on is Mr. Bibbs, the referee, told the umpire that when the Cardinals make an offensive substitution, he has to step up and stand over the ball to give the defense time to substitute. While no one wanted to substitute, that's the situation.
Are they going to penalize us for delay of game?
Game, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
That would be a yes.
I'm going to, never mind. It doesn't really matter when it's 56-21.
1.7 seconds remaining. And they don't have to snap the ball. Those 1.7 seconds will expire before Mr. Pintor will punt the football. So we've played 3 stanzas. Cardinals lead 56-21. And we're going to reverse ends of the field. Mr. Pintor will kick toward the east here in just a moment. You are listening to the Melissa Cardinals Network. You're watching the Melissa Cardinals Network, as brought to you by our friends at Game On Sports. You know it's the 4th quarter, Coach. They're selling concession stand items for half price.
Half price.
Texas high school football. There's just some patterns that you find over the years. If you wait a few more minutes, it'll go down. The price will go down. Put 12 minutes on the clock. Cardinals lead 56-21. This is Trey Graham, Coach Kenny Deal. Ross Graham is here. John Graham is here. Dr. Debbie is not here. I'm glad she's not stuck in the poetry traffic. Now Pintor will kick it from the west toward the east. And the snap is back and the kick is away, and it's going to be a good one. And it's going to get a big Cardinal bounce, and the Tigers need to get away if they're inclined to do so, and that'll go out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Very nice punt.
47 on the net for the punt for Mr. Pintor. And the Cardinals D will come out on the field. 11:45 to go in the ball game. Cardinals leading 56-21. Melissa's 2-2 overall, 1-0 in the district coming in. Tigers were 1-3, 0-1. And Cardinals with a big lead as we start the final stanza. Cardinals D has substitutions, as you would expect. Micah Finan's in at a linebacker spot. Jacob Nye, who was playing receivers, now playing DB. Henderson under center with one back, hands the ball off, and straight up the middle of the field, out to the 17-yard line.
Finan on the stop.
That's Chase Bingman. He's their player of the game tonight, if we were so inclined to give them such a award. When you have 2 touchdown runs over 80 yards.
No doubt.
They're going to hand the ball off again on first down. China Spring losing to Episcopal Parish 17-13. 5 minutes to go in that game.
Now that's the same team that beat Aledo, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
They're for real.
Yes. So that just kind of shows the strength of China Spring as well.
Yes. Here's a second down and 9 coming up. Snap the ball, toss it right. Running over the right side for the Tigers is Travion Roberts, and he'll take it to the 33-yard line and a first down.
Finding on the stop again for the Cardinals.
First down for the Tigers. Clock rolling, approaching 10 minutes to go in the game. And Coach Sedberry's not running a hurry-up mode here, Coach. They're going to throw it out to the left flats where the Cardinals didn't have anybody. And our friends next door in the booth were screaming, go cover that guy. And they did, just too late.
Paxton Cox on the stop for the Cardinals.
First down, Tigers at their own 42-yard line. And new set of downs for the Tigers. Cardinals have Alex Secreto in the game at linebacker. Cody Scanlon at one of the DB spots. First down and 10. Hand the ball, breaking one tackle, and dragging Secreto forward for a gain of 5 yards to the Tigers as we approach 9.5 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, Alex received that dreaded targeting penalty last week, so he's just now able to come back into the game.
We're going to have an injury timeout on the field, so everybody will take a break. And Coach, have you begun your deliberations? Have
It's been done for a while.
Deliberations?
It's completed, yes.
So
sir.
I need to ask you a question then.
Okay.
Is it possible, theoretically of course, is it possible to throw 8 touchdown passes in a game and not be named the offensive player of said game?
I've already said that, yes, sir. It's possible. It's possible, but you know how I am, Trey. I try to mix this around. I try to make sure that you get to meet as many of these young men as possible. And yes, Trevor Ham had a game of his life tonight. And
so 400 yards passing
yes,
and 8 touchdowns
yes.
does not win you the player of the game.
No, not this week. Not this week. He had his moments against Royal City when he was the player of the week, but awesome performance by the young man tonight.
After the injury timeout, second down 6. They're going to fake the handoff, and they're going to sack back at the 40-yard line. Ezekiel Stevens on the sack. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Good job, young man.
Nice play there.
How often do you have a 95-yard reception? And then there was a play, I said, wow, 3 times during the play for Lincoln Dunn.
So you're going to go ahead and release it now?
Yeah, Lincoln Dunn is your offensive
Dunn.
player of
All
the
right.
game, along with.
Well, hold on. We got to have a little drama
Gotcha.
for the last 8
All right.
minutes.
Okay.
Here.
All right.
All right. So our offensive player of the game is going to be Lincoln Dunn.
Yes, sir.
Hand the ball off to the Tigers, going right and showing his some speed there into the Cardinal side of the field. The tackle finally made at the Cardinal 41-yard line. Pickup of 19. First down, Tigers.
Cox with the touchdown saving tackle, along with a little bit of help from Cody Scanlon.
8 minutes, 12 seconds to go in the game. Terrell Tigers toss sweep going right, and good tackle there for the Cardinals in the open field by Jake Patusik, sophomore number 15. Lincoln Dunn, assuming his night is over, will have 5 catches, 184 yards, and 2 touchdowns. All right, give it to the fullback on the lead. The lead back there, that is Mr. Bigman, and he doesn't go 80 yards this time.
Terrell Stevens.
7 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the ball game. All of you sitting at your couch at home, anxiously awaiting Coach Deal's selection for Defensive Player of the Game. Clock rolling, about to hit 7 minutes to go. Alex Ruiz checks in for the Cardinals D, and they throw it up to nobody on the home sideline. I believe Lyndon Henderson thought he had a free play, but in this case, I do not see the infamous yellow hanky. Stop the clock on the incomplete pass. Cardinals lead 56-21. All right, I know how you coaches work. You're going to go home with a big win tonight, and Matt Nally's going to say, here's what we need to work on. So, what is it they need to work on?
From this game, there's always things to pick out, Trey. Let me digest this after this play here.
4th and 9. Henderson has time, throws it to nobody. His receiver ran a post route. He threw a post corner route. Ball falls harmlessly to the artificial surface. Incomplete pass. Ball goes over on downs. Cardinals offense will come out here trying to run out the last 6.5 minutes. All right, Coach, clean up what?
Yep, but overall it was a pretty. I mean, it was a great game. You try to break down each phase of the game. Special teams, we started out with 2 kicks out of bounds. Then, which really no harm. Defense backed them up. Defense played great. Clean up a few penalties. Maybe a little bit more. I mean, it's hard to. The reason I want to say this, it's you've had such success throwing the ball. Eight touchdowns for passes, and just a buku of yards in the passing game. The running game wasn't completely dominant tonight, so that might be really the only small weakness. But if you even look at that, we probably still had over 100 yards rushing.
120 as a team.
So as a team, that's. So really not a lot of weaknesses tonight, Trey.
That was an incomplete pass to Nye, and now Nascimento gets the handoff on the stretch play. He shows some speed, and he'll take it all the way to the 39-yard line, 21 on the carry, and it's going to be first down Cardinals.
And now as a pick on the running game, you have an explosive run.
Jacob Wasserman in at one of the lineman spots. Hayden Solomon is as well. As the substitutions continue, Bishop Curry has checked in at running back.
Was is playing center.
Clock hits the halfway mark of the 4th quarter. Cardinals lead 56-21. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Give it to Bishop Curry on first down, and he will gain 3 yards. Scanlon is at a receiver spot. Nye is as well. Christian Herrero is on the far side. Number 80, senior receiver. A.J. Cole is in the game at the O-line. Cardinals content to let that play clock and game clock roll down. Almost 5 minutes remaining. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Give it to Bishop Curry going left. He breaks a tackle and will move the pile to the 28-yard line. Coach, see if you've heard this before. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another face mask. They got Bishop early and then let go.
Face mask. 51 of the defense, 50-yard penalty, half the distance, first down.
The referee tells us half the distance penalty will give the Cardinals an automatic first down on the face mask. They'll spot the football at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Be nice for this unit to get a touchdown here.
Yes, it would. Wind that clock, please.
First down, 10 Cardinals at the Tiger 14-yard line. Tatum Thompson in the game. Has Nascimento, and he gives the ball to him going right. Makes a cut inside the 10-yard line. Down to the 8. Gain of 6. Second down coming up. 4.5 minutes to go. Congratulations to Lincoln Dunn for being our offensive player of the game, and we still wait to bring you the defensive player of the game. We need to check the scores of other games in our district, so we'll do that in just a moment. Second down, 4. Give it to Nascimento. He'll push it to the 5-yard line. Third down, 1 coming up. Crandall 54, Mesquite Poteet 7 after 3 quarters of play. Greenville 27, Princeton 6. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Lovejoy defeated this team, Terrell, 59-7 last week. They defeat Denison 51-7 tonight.
Yeah,
so 110-14 in 2 games of the district for Lovejoy.
Started out ranked number 2 in the state.
Third down, 1. High snap. Thompson gives it to Nascimento. He's going to have a first down. It'll be first and goal from the 3-yard line. Texarkana Pleasant Grove does defeat Paris 30-14. Anna big over Pittsburgh late in that ball game. Cardinals letting the clock roll. As we hit the 2.5 minute mark. We'll check some other scores outside of our district after this. First and goal, and Thompson's going to keep it, and the ball is loose. The Tigers say they have it, and clock stops, and the Tigers do have the football. So this unit does not get a touchdown on offense for the Cardinals. Now the Cardinals D will check back in. McKinney North defeats Tyler 34-13. Let's see. Paris North Lamar gets a win tonight against Wills Point. Big battle pretty close to us down the street. Rockwall 56, Rockwall Heath 21. So the Yellow Jackets, who are orange, by the way.
Yes, I understand.
The orange Yellow Jackets get a victory over there. First down and 10 Tigers at their own 3-yard line. Hand the ball off and push it out to the 6-yard line. Garland defeats Rowlett. Denton Ryan over the Colony. Duncanville 59, Cedar Hill 28. Plano defeats Plano East 33-22. And the play was stopped before it ever started because we have a flag on the play. You know, Coach, we could do nothing but Frisco score.
False start, offense number 10. Half the distance, still second down.
Sir, what'd you say?
I was saying we could do a scoring update all night long of nothing but the Frisco High School.
That is absolutely true.
Are they at 12 now?
I believe that's correct. Working on 13.
Coppell defeats Plano West. DeSoto defeats Waxahachie. All right, on second down and 11, they're going to run the football, and Cardinals make the stop there on that tackle is Jason Ananobi. And we have 90 seconds to go. All right, Coach, it's time for the reveal. Our defensive player of the game will be?
Who was that? Nigel Smith.
Nigel Smith.
Young man had 4 sacks tonight.
Well, I have to confirm that because Mr. Raw, is that true? Yep.
That's what Mr.
Yep.
That's what stat man. You arguing with the stat man?
No, never. 4 sacks. They're going to throw the football down the middle of the field. It's going to be picked off by Mr. Nye at the 32-yard line. He returns it back, and guess what? A flag on the play. Nigel Smith, 6 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 4 sacks. Congratulations to Nigel Smith. Pretty talented football player, by the way. Our Cardinals defensive player of the game. We have 49 seconds on the clock. Here's the referee. You've met him a lot tonight.
During the interception return, illegal block in the back, number 34 of the defense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Melissa.
Let's take a knee and go home.
So, sans the final 49 seconds, here's your team stats. Cardinals have 13 first downs, 411 passing yards, 173 yards on the ground, total offense 586, and there is 1 knee right there. 9 penalties for 85 yards. It was 9 for 80 last week. Time of possession is going to end up about 27 minutes for the Tigers, 21 minutes for the Cardinals. We mentioned that Trevor Ham throws for 402 yards and 8 touchdowns. And our referee, Mr. Bibbs, decides not to start the play clock until after the 25 seconds have counted down. So that will be the final play. And our final score will be Melissa 56 and Terrell 21. Congratulations to Lincoln Dunn for being our offensive player of the game, Nigel Smith for being our defensive player of the game. And, Coach, as we wrap this one up, your final thoughts.
Just a dominant performance from the get-go, Trey. Whenever you score on your first offensive play, I mean, that just sets the tone for the night. And just an overall a good balanced performance tonight for the Cardinals, and just look to keep this momentum rolling. But you know what we have next week is that bye week, so the dreaded bye week.
It is. We will get a Friday night off next week. The Cardinals are not in action this Friday, September 30th. They will be back in action on October the 6th. It's a Thursday night, our next broadcast. Thursday night, Melissa playing at Mesquite Petite at Mesquite Memorial Stadium. Of course, we'll bring you all the action right here on the Melissa Cardinals Network. But again, bye week next week. We'll rejoin you on October the 6th. The Cardinals go to 3-2 on the year overall, 2-6 in the district. Terrell falls to 1-4 overall and 0-2 in the district. Our thanks to the great folks here in Terrell for allowing us to be here tonight. Thanks to those who made Coach Deal whatever that food was. And thanks to our friends at Game On Sports for their help tonight. We do invite you and your family to First Melissa this Sunday morning. Go to firstmelissa.com to find out more. Your final score, 56-21. Cardinals with a big win on the road in the district. We're so glad you are joining us. For Ross Graham, John Graham, the whole gang at Game On Sports, this is Trey Graham saying good night and God bless you from Terrell, Texas. Good night.